Okay, hi there boys and girls and welcome to the channel. Right, this is Vimes177 Gaming and very short notice. Here we are covering the Africa Esports Championship Nigeria Finals. I'm joined by my good buddy as always, Jammy. How you doing, Jam, sir?
I'm good. All this last minute stuff, it makes it even more exciting. Looking forward to it.
I hear stress keeps you young, mate. We should be fine. Shout out to our buddy Imperium. Gave us this gig with an hour's notice. The greatest beard in PUBG. Giving a game to a couple of the greatest receding hairlines in PUBG. Shout out to the beard. Thanks a lot, buddy. And very short notice, guys, but we're going to do our very best to put on a good stream for you. I don't think we're too long now before we actually hit the lobby. And you'll have to forgive us. We're not too familiar with the championship or a lot of the players, but I'm sure we'll find our way. And just do our very best to put on a good quality product for you. Okay. I don't think we're too far away now. We should be taking off, or at least in the lobby pretty soon.
So we got a roster of 16 teams, 64 players. So we're only missing 11 now. As people join in a little late. Now, I don't know the format of the championship, but we do have the latest standings. And it looks like Slime 4KT are in the lead.
Do indeed.
Lead, actually.
We'll just put those up.
Yeah, so by the looks of it, for the previous 8 games, they've got 5 of the 8 chicken dinners so far. 110 place points and 72 kill points as well. So it looks like they're not just sneaking into the final circles; they're actually getting some good kill points.
It'd be really interesting. Always is really interesting to watch new players, new teams, new tactics, and lots of great action. That's what we do it for. So I'm sure we're going to get exactly that, frankly. And I think we are going into the lobby. Let's have a look.
Here we go. Always a nervous wait. What people don't know is that Vimes177 Gaming does the streaming part of it. He does the video part, and I just get to talk as he does that. So he has a minor heart attack every time we go into lobby while he waits for it to load. And there we go. So we have got 54 players. So a couple missing. I don't know if we've got full teams missing or whether it's just some individuals not able to get into the room. But we'll wait and see as soon as we've got the list of the number of teams.
Well, we're in the lobby. The countdown clock is ticking, so we're about 10 seconds away from the game. And we're on Erangel for match number 1, a map that, pretty much everybody at this level knows backwards. Let's see what we get, boys and girls. Here we go. So let's have a look at our flight line. And, interesting. Yeah, so we're coming from between Primorsk and Millbase, heading up to Stolba. So a lot of the prime jump locations available from there, Jamie.
Absolutely. It's probably pretty much the perfect flight line. It covers everything. You've got all of the milli base. You can get across to Milta with a longish drop. You can get across to Georgia Pole with a longish drop. And everywhere else in between is well in range. Now, obviously, we haven't covered these before, so we don't know who drops where, but I'm sure they'll have their primary drop locations within range. Okay,
so we've got a couple of early levers, both going, east and west of that flight line, actually. We'll have to see who's got the mill base. Interestingly, though, I mean, you're not really going to hit either of the crate locations from there unless you rotate by vehicle.
Absolutely, yeah. So, I mean, to go west up to the Georgia Pole crates, you're going to have to go over or round the mountains. And that's going to eat up a lot of the distance that you can fly. I'm sure we'll have teams to try it because you've got the road around there and you should be able to find a vehicle to rotate across.
Okay, well, squad number 15, that's Shell Shock. They've gone straight into Primorsk. Looks like they're on their own. Looks like they've got a lone jumper just off to the north, though, doing a bit of scouting, maybe grabbing a vehicle.
I've noticed a lot of teams are very split here. Look at Team 4. across the Millie Base Island. We've got one either end of the bridge. We've got one to the west and one to the southwest. Team 11, Team 14 also split.
So these guys already on the deck, already got their vehicles, or at least one so far. That's squad number 3, Outsiders official. And let's have a look. Looks like we've got a solo scout from squad number 17. That's Black Legion. All right, he's got a couple of other guys with him now. Here we go. And there's our first zone. Jammy, looks like we're shifting well to the north.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not a huge shift, but the teams Team 15 down in the southwest there, they should be fine. Team 4, Team 18, that's going to be an interesting decision. Do they go across the West Bridge or the East Bridge when they have to rotate? Because they all know someone will be camping or at least defending the West Bridge.
All right, just waiting for our first contact indicator to go off. And yeah, multiple teams sending out scouts. Multiple team obviously getting vehicles at this point.
Yeah, so apart from those that dropped,
doesn't look like we've had any early contact just yet, though.
No, just looking. Apart from the ones that dropped into the likes of Pachinki, everyone else is very spread out. They've sent out scouts. They're occupying multiple compounds. I'm guessing, to get vehicles, try and spread the loot. But look at Team 13. They're spread across from farm to Milter. Team 8 across north of Shelter to prison.
Looks like 18 potentially doing a rotation towards the eastern side of Millbase Island as well.
Yeah, so waiting for that all-important first contact. Who's it going to be? We've got Team 10 rotating up to the west of Georgia Pole. Team 9 at Hospital and 7 are on the crates up there. So they did manage to jump across. Team 18, exactly as you've said, they've taken vehicles and they've rotated up to the Novo crates.
So these guys taking the position. Looks like they're given a bit of good looting and taking the strategic position by the bridge. We'll have to see if that's with the intention of holding that.
Yeah, so 300 Spartans, that's a really good tactical area, especially looking at the zone. They know that people are going to be coming up from the south, probably trying to rotate into the far north of the area. So they've got loads of loot in those apartment buildings and they've got an overlook on the bridge.
We've got quite a split coming on from team number 4 here. That's Fear. They got one end of the bridge, not too far from team 14. Got a scout from team 11, not too far away, and 2 of their guys still down on Millbase Island. So that's an interesting one.
Yeah, very split. They're on the outskirts of Millie Base Island. They're not going into the centre of the island. They saw that Team 18 jumped there, so they're being a little cautious. And at the early stages of a scrim like this, it's probably a good idea. They won't shy away from a contact if they get it, but they're not going to go looking for it until they're ready.
We're here with Lens from Fear. How's he looking? Yep, M4. Does that look like double M4, actually?
It does look like and that is one hell of a gun skin on there. I like that. Yeah, double M4. I'd imagine
probably
one
looking
with the short, one with the long range sight. I'm guessing
probably going to be changing out one of those at some point. Not a bad loadout to begin with, double M4.
No, it's not a bad one to land on, is it? And he's up there as the lone scout as well, up at the north of the western Millie Base Island. You've got 3 teams around there, Team 11 and 14 as well.
So we're still in the early stages of the game. Still got 54 players still alive. Still got 14 teams contesting this event. At the moment, people can looking to loot up, looking for their potential rotation slots, looking where they want to come into this circle. Obviously, we have the God spot. We can see where everyone is, which they don't. So it should make for some interesting play in the later phases.
Yeah, and as you know, I love talking about the tactical and the strategy. And look at Team 3 taking that rotation. They're going in. They're getting central zone. There's no one to the north of them. They don't know that, but they know it was a relatively southern flight line across the centre map.
Yep.
So I'm wondering if they're going to head north up to maybe shooting range Severny and get an early foothold up there.
Yep, do apologise for a lot of staring at the map. We're waiting for a combat indicator, and if nobody's fighting, there's not really a lot else to look at. But interesting, the guys from squad number 3 here, the guys from Outside's Official. I mean, how many times have we seen games where this river area north of Rojok can be so vital in the later stages of the game, and picking positions where you're covering potentially the zone splitting north or south is really important.
Absolutely, and when it comes to if the late zones come across that river, being on the right side and the right area is vital. And if they've got people split, it can work in their favour. They can get great information to the rest of their team, and it minimises risk. But equally, the risk is that they can get cut off from the rest of their team, or even be on the wrong side of the river.
Yep. So here was squad number 14. Looks like we had a rotation going past with squad number 11, but that was simply a rotation. So thought we might get some gunplay, but not quite, not yet. We're going to have to be patient.
I think that was the solo scout from Team 11 going past there, and Team 14 thinking better of it than taking the engagement. Team 4 all in their vehicles. They've rotated off the island now, and they're heading in. And it looks like we've got 3 teams around sort of north of Quarry and Gatka area.
So, I mean, obviously, as we go forward, the zone is going to start forcing people together. Very quiet start to game number 1. But
like
that's
Team 6 and Team 3 getting close to each other. Team 6 are our championship leaders at the moment that have taken 5 chicken dinners. So again, they're one that's done their looting, and they're going up for the rotation up towards centre zone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they've got eyes on Team 3 as well.
So here we are with squad number 6, that's Slime 4KT. And they're having a look at the guys from Outsiders.
So we've got 14 teams, 54 alive. So we've got one team of 2, and it looks like we had 2 that weren't able to make it.
I believe at this moment in time we have exactly the same number of people as we did when they were on the plane. But it's to be expected. Scrims at this level, especially game number 1, people are going to be feeling stuff out. So.
Absolutely, and although Team 6, 4KT, they do have a strong lead in the championship. I don't know how many places, I don't know what the position placings do, but the rest seem very, very tight. So they're not going to risk it with a silly early engagement that was just too rash.
Okay, here we are. We've got some gunplay, champion. We've got some gunplay.
Yep, so Team 11, Team 9 getting into it with each other. So we've got Team Apex and Not Gaming. And there we go. And we've got our first knock there established onto Apex CXLD. And it looks like the 2 outliers from each team have got into it on a little 1-on-1 there.
I think we're going to be chasing around the tree. Here we go. And chasing around the tree. But yep, that's the first thirst up for squad number 11.
Yep, and Acid trying to take the vehicle as well on Rusty. So Rusty making a bit of an escape, but also getting onto some high ground as well. Be interesting to see if he's got a good scope or if he's just going to...
Our friend here, Yo-Yo Traitor, he's in a world of hurt. He's got a lot of people going to be pushing on him very fast and very hard.
Yeah,
and yeah, he's down
6 times there.
So that's 2 members down, 1 knocked, 3 members down, 1 knocked. And that looks like Rusty. He's going to be the only member of his team to get out of that, and I think that's going to be straight in the vehicle and get the hell out of there. So, yep, fantastic work from the guys from...
It's a difficult decision to leave your teammates, but I think a wise one in those circumstances.
Under those circumstances, not really a lot he could have done, to be honest with you.
No,
so,
absolutely not.
That was great work, though. Just ended up wrong place, wrong time. So the guys from team number 11, Not Gaming, they clear up, I think, 3 early kills.
Yeah, and look at Team 5 up in the northeast on their own. They've looted the whole of Yasnaya on their own. And as Zone starts to push in, they've headed over to Severny as well. All rotating separately. They're going to have plenty of loot up there.
Interesting, Jamie. We've got the guys from squad number 18. That's Dream Team. They're still well into the blue at this point. Obviously not hurting too much at this point, but these guys obviously thinking about a late rotation.
Absolutely, and they were down at Novo crates, so they've been looting plenty from there. All the way through Millibase and Novo. So they obviously felt it was worth with the late rotation. And also they took the Eastern Bridge as well, which there were fewer people there. Fewer teams landed that area. The Western Bridge was a bit more congested to start with. So we're with.
So we're here with squad number 8, that's Stark Esports, and they've got the guys from Dark Dragons not too far away.
Yeah, and Shell Shock right in front of them. So they're looking in one direction. Until the gunfire goes, they may not know where everyone exactly is. So it'd be interesting here to see if Dark Dragons know where Team 8 are. Depends whether they've spied them. It's they're not too far away, but they are sheltered. I don't think they'll be able to hear them at all. Even the vehicles. But as soon as there's any gunfire, they will be able to.
Our friend Chella here, he's obviously got look at vehicle, and it's moving, so he's putting some rounds in.
Yep, and some rounds going into Team 8 as well from the top of the hill here.
Yep, I think these guys are on it.
So they've given away their position, but worth it to put a few knocks in or a few shots in. So there's some. I just want to draw your attention to some chat on YouTube. We've got Killer Gaming promising to give the highest frag team £100, and Papa is going to hold him to the promise. But good to see the people in the chat. We like it when you get engaged. So plenty of chat.
Absolutely. I don't mind who you give £100 to, mate. As long as you buy me and Jammy a beer afterwards, we're all good, brother. Okay, so we're still 51 players, 14 teams still contesting. We're at phase 2 of the game, 13 minutes in. The blue zone is now starting to push, so we shall have our next phase of play pretty soon. And yeah, it looks like squad number 3 here. They've put themselves in a very central location, obviously defending this compound, but as we've seen before, that can either be a great play if you've got the gun skills to carry it off, or you're just the focus of everyone's attention.
Yeah, exactly. And also, we saw that Team 18 have come from being in the blue zone, and a couple of their, or I think it was 3 of their players, have actually rotated towards centre zone, and they've left one a bit further out of the zone as well. So we've just been told that apparently outsiders, who are Team 3, recently competed in the very first Nigerian LAN event.
Nice.
So they're no amateurs. they're not new to this game at all. The early rotation is a sign of that.
I don't imagine anybody's new.
So we've got shots coming in somewhere, and I'm not sure where that's from. We've got Team 18 who rotated in from Mini Base Island and Novo Crates. Here we go. So it's it looks like Jesse has spotted them.
Oh, it's one of your favourite loadouts, that, Jammy. M24, M4.
Oh, here we go. Lovely, lovely loadout. Obviously got the memo. That's how it's supposed to be played.
That's really not, no.
No, it's getting up close and personal with fists flying. Do it at 2 miles away. That's what we like.
Absolutely not. M4 Mark 14, shoot him in the face. But then you and I played very different roles, Jamie.
we absolutely do, yeah. So Vimes, aka Cannon Fodder.
Yeah, that's me. So, rounds going out. Looks like Pronto's taking a little bit of damage here, but these guys, thus far, it's... So
we've had our zone shift as well. It looks like it's going out further west. Yeah, so all these guys that made the early rotation into the sort of Georgia Pole, south of shooting range area, made the right choice. We see Team 11 rotating along that western bridge that Team 10 actually vacated a little while ago.
Okay, we're jumping straight in with our friends from squad number 15. They've taken 2 knocks already. We're here with Professor. This is Shell Shock.
Yep, so they were fighting with Team 8 Stark Esports, who are up on the hillside there. So they've taken 1 kill, but Yep, all their players are back up now. So putting some shots back in. Now RTZ getting into it with fun. So that is, I don't have the tags here. Team 7. Right in centre zone there. So Team 11 up in Georgia Pole. One of their players knocked and sorry getting in the vehicle.
Oh, we're still...
I see they're getting into it in centre zone. They are very, very split there. They're the ones that actually rotated across the Western Bridge. And Team 10, who were holding that area, are now back on the Western Bridge.
So we are here with our friends from RTZ. Here with Enigma at the moment. They're getting into it with elements of squad number 11. Squad number 5 not too
as well.
Yep, squad number 5 not too far away from this. They've got a player knocked.
So Enigma just covering there, just making sure there's no one firing in. I think his teammate is now been revived.
Let's check out. Oh, that's got to be one of the most. Yeah, there we go. I'm not going to say that. Here we are with Fun Derry.
So a nice risky rotation here, taking vehicles in the red zone as well. It doesn't happen often, but we have seen it in the scrims. Where the red zone takes them out, and if you're in a vehicle, it's not a knock, it's a kill.
No, we've got elements of squad number 5, squad number 11, and squad number 10, and that looks like a... Oh dear, did somebody just get taken out? Yeah. Right, red zone's now over, so these guys can get back to the business of shooting each other.
Yeah, we've got Team 7 in the background as well, holding that compound. Team 6 there are on the bridge, at least one of them is. Looks like Playzone has taken down one of Team 17, Black Legion, coming in from the east there.
Here are our friends with RTZ, again putting the rounds in towards squad number 6 as they attempt a rotation just on the edge of circle. We're in phase 4 of play with 44 players left alive, 13 teams still contesting.
So Team 13 out in the distance as well. These guys are in a prime location really. They've got over the bridges. Team 6 there, risky rotation across the top of the hill.
And after 15 minutes of almost inactivity, now everybody wants to shoot at each other. That's the way we go.
Yeah, so as the zone starts shrinking now, phase 4 of the game.
So we're here with Dan, and oof, my word, that nade took a huge chunk out.
Here comes the follow-up.
And yeah, there's the second nade. That gives him a knock. He's going to be thirsted up very quickly by the guys from squad number 6. That's line 4KT.
Yeah, look at that aggressive push. Establishing the knock with the nade and then very aggressively pushing in the UAS there.
Almost feel a bit sorry for him, except we really don't. This is a combat game.
That's what we're here to watch, is play like that. And we love it. So, Team 6, 4KT, nicely spread out across that hill line, actually, on the edge of zone.
Right, zone is starting to push. So, we are only seconds away from phase number 5 of the game. Our friends from squad number 7, RTZ, they're taking some pressure.
Yeah, plenty of pressure there coming from. They've got hillsides around them. They've got players coming in from all directions as well. We've still got 39 alive in phase 5 of the game.
It's not bad when you start with 54.
No. So everyone trying to make it to the latter stages. What they're going to do now is, looking at the zone, they're going to try and be in established positions because there's not much hard cover in this later stage, apart from around this southern edge. They're going to try and get the hilltops like Team 6 have got.
Our friends from squad number 8 here, they're in a really tough spot because they're slightly out of zone. It's phase 5 of the game. We've got 50 seconds till it pops, and they've still got to get that bridge, get across that bridge, and they know how well it is defended.
Yeah, the bridge is well covered. They're going to have to go through the water.
And Chris has been knocked. Looks like Splat has managed to made it just to the edge of zone. He knows he's got players in front of him, though.
Yeah, so he's not quite in zone where he is, so they're going to have to go across some open field, so they're going to have to get some smokes out to make that rotation. A lot of the teams here are trying to get in this congested southern area where the hard cover is. Other teams you've got trying to compete for the high ground at the north end of the zone. Putting shots back to Team 10, who are trying to come in from the southwest there. It's a very, very congested late zone now. A few teams out in the north trying to get themselves some decent spots because there's not much cover. Team 3, who went in with that early central zone rotation, they went up north as a bit of a gamble, and I don't think it's quite paying off for them. Under a lot of pressure here. They've got player knocked, player taken down, and the blue zone coming in. And this is a late stage blue zone. This is going to hurt.
This is going to hurt, and the blue zone's starting to go. He's got one player dead, one player knocked. 2 players dead now, so he's trying to rotate in the zone, and a bit of death race going on. 2 different teams trying to rotate in vehicles. Yep. He's gone very hard, aggressive shift as he trying to get into the zone, driving past everybody. He's going to draw a lot of fire. And there we go. Taken out by the guys from RTZ. They're great shooting to take these guys out from a moving vehicle. We're down to 19 players left alive. 6 teams still contesting.
And that's what happens when you come under that pressure for that rotation. You go around and what you'd planned goes out the window because everywhere you go, someone's already established that compound.
Here we are with Leon from Fun putting the rounds into Detective from BL. Nobody in our next circle yet. They're all still fighting out on the outskirts.
The nade doesn't quite connect, takes a bit of damage, but not too much.
Leon getting across the road there. These guys still not in circle yet. RTZ just on the edge. Squad number 17 just on the edge. We have our friends from squad number 11 well to the north, but they're in it with squad number 15. You have to say at this point, squad number 6 have the easiest rotation.
They do, but they're going to have to come down that hillside. They're going to have to move from the cover they've got over the other side, and they're going to have to come onto the open side of the hill.
Have you people not heard about talking your problems through? What's with all this violence? Okay, so we're here with Enigma from RTZ, going for the rotation. Looks like coming around the back of number 17. Join some fire doing it. Surely not going to try and hit the crate.
It may be that they're just trying to stop teams coming from that northern edge.
Yeah, trying to gatekeep the hell out of squad number 11 here, but does get hit and thirsted up by squad number 11. Great play there from 11. We're down to 8 players left alone. 3 teams contesting.
Very, very good position there. They rotated across the open area to the hard cover in the north end of the zone. And I think they've got all 4 players still going.
Yeah, here we are with squad number 6. That's our friends from Slime 4KT. Beautiful rotations. They're still out of circle at this point, but there's full squad. They're putting the hurt in. They've got locations, and there we go. There's the kill shot. Fantastic work from these guys. They had the best rotation coming in and really monopolised on that. That was absolutely fantastic work. So, in first place, we have the boys and girls, maybe. The boys and girls from 4KT. They take first place with 11 kills. In second place, we have the guys from RTZ. They come in second with 7 kills. And in third place, the other guys from BL. They come in just the 1 kill there. In the top 3, our top fragger is, let's have a look, Thugger with 5 kills. We're just going to scroll through the rest of the results, see if we can pick up anything more than 5 kills. There's squads 4 through 7. Just going to go through.
Now that your scroll's working again.
Thank you very much. 8 through 11. Let's have a look. Doesn't look like we've got anything that beats 5 there. And no, so it looks like Thugger takes top fragger in game number 1, also in the winning team. Okay, boys and girls, fantastic action in game number 1. We're going to be back with you very, very shortly for game number 2 and a bit of post-match analysis. We will see you soon. Bye for now. Okay, hi there, boys and girls. Welcome back. And I think we've got some updated screen results. Just going to hopefully get those for you match results. Going to hopefully get those for you very, very soon.
That was a hell of a finish.
Why don't you talk us through the last few stages of play whilst my old man fingers try and sort this out for you?
Well, after we saw a very sort of a quiet first couple of phases there. Now that wasn't helped. There are only 14 teams, so they are a bit more spread out than perhaps they would be normally.
Always going to be that way when it starts in a major championship game.
Absolutely, and then as we saw it, no one was shying away from a fight. They were taking fights. The only time we saw any players retreating was a tactical, and it was the right decision to make, a very pragmatic move.
I have to say the guys from 4KT really rotated incredibly well, taking on the fights, and had fantastic tactical position coming into the final phases of play there.
Absolutely, and I also like to say Team 3, with their rotation, they were the ones that rotated soonest. Outside as official, they rotated centre zone. They held it for a long time as well. But you're right, Team 6, Slime 4KT, the current leaders, the leaders of the championship, now with 6 chicken dinners. And you can see why. When they got into gunfights, they were aggressive, they were fast, they held where they needed to hold, and they rotated to that hard cover as soon as they knew that that's where they had to be.
Yeah,
and, so climbing up onto the little shed there, good move.
Yeah, I'm hoping you're looking at the same screen I am. So we're looking at the overall standings. So 4KT, I mean they're totally rocking at the moment. 213 points. Apex in second, 114 points, and nearly 100 points behind. We've got 3 games left to go. So it's going to be moving day for some of these guys in positions like Apex, Shell Shock, Dark Dragons. These guys are all over 100, but they've got Fear and Outsiders Official nipping at their heels. So, I think we can assume 4KT are going to be pretty safe, but there's still a lot to play for.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm just looking now. So, so it's that sort of it's below 4KT. I would say probably the next 4 or 5 positions, sort of second to 6th, is where the teams are closest, and 7th as well. Where there's likely to be the most change towards the top.
You're going to have to forgive us here, boys and girls, because we're not lying. We actually got 1 hour's notice before we came into this, so we don't know how many people qualify, where they go. We're literally commentating live on the fly as we get information. We do apologise. Obviously, normally we'd like to be a bit better informed, but you guys needed a streamer. 1 hour's notice, we're here. So that's pretty much what happened. But so that's what we're looking at. But 4KT played a fantastic game there. I did like. It was a very, very quiet, very quiet start to the game. Not unusual for this kind of stuff, but it did not get very interesting very quickly as soon as we started to look at the rotations going across the river in the final stages of the game, Jamie.
Yeah, as soon as you throw any sort of, a river, whichever map it may be, any sort of coastline or river, it just throws in a little bit of extra chaos as people have to try and cross that. If that was just open ground, they'd throw a load of smokes and they'd make their way across it. But with it being water, it's so much riskier, and it just takes out an area of the game zone. Chaos is probably the right word when it comes to anything near water.
Yep, organised chaos. That's what we like to see.
What I did like is it didn't work out for him, and I can't remember which player it was, but I was just watching the end of the stream, and the one that took the buggy on his own to go to the north of the zone just to try and spoil everyone else's day, just to make sure they couldn't rotate into zone while the rest of his team held back in a better position.
Yep, it's
tactical play.
Yeah, good tactical play. I'm going to be the bullet magnet for the team. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not too far away, I think, from the lobby in game number 2. And your favourite map, Jamie, it's Miramar.
It's absolutely my favourite to play. And what we see is sometimes you can get, similar to what we saw in game 1 on Erangel, but it's more of a feature of Miramar, is you typically get some early engagements because people drop at the major locations like Picado, San Martin, Los Leones and the like, so people are sort of forced together in the early stages. But then you get in the second phase when people are rotating into zone and figuring out where they're going to hold, where they're going to rotate to. But then you often get an open plain finish. It might be on a hillside. Sometimes it's in an urban area, but usually it's on an open plain finish with some hills as people try and fight for that perfect position for the final stages.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Miramar is not a favourite map of mine to play on, purely and simply because I'm not a very good sniper. I think it's great that you've got good snipers in your team. It's just not my bag. I like crashing buildings. But at the end of the day, you need all of those skills. Good in-game lead, good scout, good snipers, especially on a map like Miramar. But you also need those ability to keep moving, control terrain, control ground. And I think that comes into the fore the most on Miramar because you could be on top of you are literally using the contours of the ground for cover, laying out smoke on your flanks and trying to control the final stages of the game. So it can sometimes lead to some very exciting finishes.
Absolutely. Rotations are really important on Miramar just because the distance is involved. If you're not there early, you can get stuck in that blue and then you're fighting the blue and you're fighting the other teams who can gatekeep you like we've seen previously. They can stop you getting into the zone. You've got to take early rotations. You might not be center zone, but you've got to make sure you get to where you need to go and get there early.
I know you know about long rotations on Miramar, Jamie. I personally watched you in a scrim once trying to run 1,800 meters. That was quite entertaining.
I made it.
You made it and then got knocked immediately as you came in the zone.
I may have been on my bare bones having used every med in Western Europe, but I made it.
I actually followed that and waited for you to get in the zone. As soon as you got in the zone, you put a med pack in, you got shot.
I think there's probably someone watching me the whole way, just waiting for the moment I crossed over into the zone.
I think you might. I think you might have got the fuzzy end of the lollipop there, mate. Yeah. Okay, I don't think we're too far away from the lobby in game number 2. Just like to thank the guys at.
There you go. See.
Well, in the Africa Esports Championship, frankly, thank you all for taking part. Thank you all so much for the people who are watching and active in the clan chat. That's what we love to see. Thank you very much indeed.
Okay, I've just seen on the YouTube chat that it's apparently 8 teams qualify.
8 teams qualifying, so there's still plenty to fight for.
Absolutely, and if you look at that, I think judging by the scores so far and the game.
Thank you very much, Cloud. We didn't know that coming in. Like we said, we got 1 hour's notice, dude. So yeah, thank you for that, mate.
So we've got. I mean, if you look at 8th, we've got Not Gaming at the moment on 73 points. Behind them, you've got Roots Esports on 71 points. Now they had a good game in that first game.
They did indeed.
So we, that top 8, certainly the bottom half of that top 8 could change in the next few games.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Now it does look like we are going into the lobby. Limes has his small heart attack, waiting for the game to load.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys will all be out there liking and subscribing. And when you subscribe and you watch the rest of Vimes's and my scrim coverage,
here we go. I think we're in.
You'll get used to that really, really pregnant pause as the game goes up.
Yeah, a little bit.
He gets a little nervous, does our Vimes?
I do, yeah. I want to put on good quality content for people.
But see, we're obviously not in the same place. So the reason he gets nervous is because he's the one in charge of the tech.
Yeah, which, if you've ever met me, is kind of frightening.
Yeah. I don't think anyone would have ever said that you were going to be in charge of the tech.
Yeah. I don't think anybody would ever come up with that as a great scenario. Especially me being the face of this. I mean, this is a face built for radio, mate. Okay.
Here we go. So we've got 15 teams this time, 59 alive. So we're getting better.
Okay, here's our flight line. We're on Miramar and we're coming from Impala up to La Cabrera. And so we've got Hacienda, definitely in range, Picardo in range. Definitely a drop potentially up the road towards Campo Militar. Hit vehicle. Yeah, interesting flight line, Jamie.
Absolutely. Where's not quite in range is somewhere that I've seen getting busier and busier in scrims and championship games is Chumacera. Where you get in classics, you get people dropping Picada and San Martin, trying to get the Golden Morada up at Hacienda. What you find actually is in these sort of scrims and these sort of custom games, a lot of teams will drop Chumacera because there's a lot of loot and it's tactically a great position. I don't think it's going to be a range. I mean, it's not in range without a vehicle.
Okay, our winners of game number 1, they're at the plane. And looks like they're heading straight to either towards Graveyard or Picado.
I think by the looks of it.
And look at that, Jerry. There's a lot of people rotating to the western side of this flight line. Nobody seems to want to go too much north.
No, I mean, what they're doing, they're trying to make it as though it was a central flight line by the looks of it. There's only one team flying north of the flight line. No one jumping El Azahar. No one Junkyard. No one gone to Impala or the islands. Everyone's heading south. Even Team 17 have gone down to Puerto Paraíso. We've got, I think, 2 teams, maybe 3 in Los Leones.
Okay, it looks like our friends from squad number 6, winners of game 1, are being joined by squad number 18, Dream Team.
Yep.
Who I think might be rotating away from that one.
Now, they, at the moment, don't know who they're with, unless they recognise the players and parachutes and the like.
So, Killer Bean here, straight on the roof, dropped on an M4 and an Uzi. So, not a bad drop, but no vest, no armour. And very isolated around one of the most aggressive teams in this championship. This could be dangerous.
Absolutely, but I like the fact that Killer Bean's straight on the offensive. Not sitting in the building waiting, straight up onto the roof with the weapons. So if they're going to take Killer Bean, they're going to have to do it fighting.
There's some rounds coming out. They've got to look at Thugger here. Comes down dropping and, yep, very quickly taken out. Thirsted up. There's our first kill. And, don't think there was going to be any way out of that one, to be honest with you. But, kudos. Getting straight on the offensive, doing it best.
Great attempt to the shot there. I think maybe just didn't know there were 2 players going to be waiting for Killer Bean there. If it had been just one, it might have been a slightly different story. But 2 there waiting just for the jump.
Yeah, interesting, Jamie. Not too many people actually outside of this zone, so they can afford to get looted and pick strategic locations.
Absolutely, and what we're going to see, I'd imagine we're going to see a few people going towards the southwest of the zone, away from maybe where the flight line was.
We're here with Snake from Tenacity. No vehicle, got a couple of weapons. Managed to get a vest.
No helmet.
No helmet, and not too far away from the scout from squad number 6, 4KT.
So Team 12, Tenacity.
And if you're not in a fight, then punch the air. Absolutely. Love the action.
Yep. So just looking for a vehicle at the moment because you don't...
Oh dear, running towards, here we go. Thugger, the bloodthirsty lunatic that he obviously is. He's well on this.
Yeah, some great work with the iron sights. And here, look.
Oh, and there we go. Snake doing the business there and manages to get the thirst. Fantastic. I imagine that Snake is going to be made to pay for that one.
Yeah, that's some brilliant work. Very aggressive from the solo there.
So Thugger had the drop, put some rounds in. Snake wasn't taking it whatsoever. Whacked out the AK and put the rounds in. Going to get pushed on very aggressively now. But my word, that was a great piece of play. Snake now not.
Really good. That was a chain there from Snake. So, and saving ammo, punches Snake. That's that's rough.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I'm not putting that on there, mate. There's a time and a place.
Yeah, yeah. But it all counts.
Well, some early
across the road. We've got 14 and 15 here. Dark Dragons and Shell Shock. I don't know if they know they're there.
Yeah,
But they're going to have to do it. 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 They're going to have to do it
Yep, some rounds going out for Professor. Professor gets a knock on Chella.
And I'm wondering if Chella's teammates have gone a little bit too far.
Getting some rounds coming in, poke the same window again. He's desperate to get his thirst on. And manages it. Well played. That's one confirmed kill for the guys from squad number 15, our friends from Shell Shock.
So, as I said, you tend to get the quieter times on Miramar tend to be around phase 2 as everyone starts rotating, looking for their positions after their initial drops, because you get a bit of action at the start when people are dropping. I mean, usually it's in a hotter drop than just out in the middle of nowhere here. It's usually somewhere like Picardo or San Martin where you get the initial action. So
we're here with Schnitz from Dark Dragons. Well aware. Got some of the boys and girls from Shell Shock down there. Shell already been taken out. Just feeding back information, doing a bit of scout work. Let's have a quick
to hold them off as well. And look at this, their centre zone as well. So this could be important. Obviously, we'll see where the next zone shifts, but that centre zone area could be very important. Even though there's nothing there, it's just more of the location that's important.
I just want to have a quick look at our friends from squad number 13. Got the guys from number 8, Stark Esports, up there. 13, of course, LXG Esports.
So Stark are currently in 10th place, LXG in 7th in the championship. So Stark will be looking for a good performance now to try and move up into that top 8.
Looks like we here we go. Let's jump up to the north. Looks like we might well have some action over here. And yeah, thank you very much for that.
Here we go. So we've got 300 getting involved with Outsiders, Team 3.
These guys coming under a lot of pressure here. Yep. Got 2 players knocked. They're behind the vehicle. It's on fire. Getting the smokes out. Doing their very best to get the rest of the teammate. However, and that's another player down and still coming under flanking fire here. The guys from squad number 3 controlling this high ground beautifully.
Yeah, really well spread out there, getting the angles from Pronto. Rabbit here, the smoke's just too far away. He's smoking his teammate, trying to protect his teammate, but he needs his own protection. He's coming under pressure himself here.
Needs another little smoke in the foreground. That's the one. If he's got even any chance of getting out of this, and I don't think he's going to get to his teammate shield. I think he's going to bleed out.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get there in time. And
no, he did all the best work he could there, but too much pressure, I think.
Yeah, and Pronto got even wider now. So he's going to have to take one of these players out if he's going to stand a chance. He's going to have to take Pronto out just to try and reduce the angles they've got. And
no, doesn't manage to take it. He's still getting hit from the high ground yet. Now he's been knocked. He's going to get thirsted up. Zoom, the only member of this team, still on his feet, and I think he's too far away to. To actually affect the outcome of this fight.
And because he's up on the hill there, and Team 3 have got the players still up on the hillside, it means he can't push down, to try and get the height, get the angle, because the other players that are on the opposite hill would just see him and take him out.
So I think he's going to get out of there. Probably the right call. Let's have a look at our friends from squad number 13. That's LXG Esports. They're still not too far away from the guys in squad number 8.
Just hopping building to building there, getting plenty of loot.
My friends from 8 now looks like they might have jumped to 3. We're here with Chris. He's got an overview from the high ground here.
That's a great position. Can be difficult later stages of the game if the zone pushes you, but at this stage in the game,
of course you think that's a great position. He's like hundreds of miles away. He's hundreds of miles away, man. Get a knock, throw some grenades, throw your rifle down, beat to death with your helmet. That's the way it should be done.
And a level 3 helmet as well, so that thing's going to hurt.
And that is why I never had a very successful scrim career.
It was spectacular.
It was spectacular. It was probably good to commentate on, hence I do commentary now.
So look at the teams down in the southeast there, still rotating in under a bit of pressure from the zone. We've got teams around Los Leones and further southeast than Los Leones as well. I think there was a team that dropped Puerto Preso.
And again, our friends from 4KT, not too far away from where they dropped, actually, just south of Picardo. Again, not too many people around and playing a very strategic game. It's good. Of course, it's good. They've won 6 chicken dinners. They must be doing it right. And yeah, not too many people out of zone now. People coming in for the rotations. Interesting. We've got a number of people who, by design or by fault, have found themselves centre zone. We know that can be a challenging situation to be in, especially on Miramar.
Absolutely, yeah. So big shout to Mamba Gaming in the chat as well. Loving the stream apparently. So yeah, appreciate that. And Mamba, I think, is the person who we contacted. Got in touch about this as well.
I think so, yeah. I think I've had 47 messages from Mamba, and I met the guy about an hour ago. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun so far.
Yeah, appreciate the support.
So looks like our friend Chris looking to change his. Well, I don't know actually. Looking to change location, change the angle on this engagement.
Yeah, it's oh, there we go. Yeah, nicely into the bowl there on top of the hill. So he's the one with the sniper rifle. Just scouting, just seeing what's around. No one there, so he's going to go and head down and loot, I expect, and establish that position. Look where it is in the zone as well.
Yeah, looking to potentially come around the back of squad number 9 here. That's Team Apex.
Get the buggy in nice and safe.
Over that, he's just going out for a drive in the desert. I mean, it could be either thing, you know.
No, really good position, positional play there. Going out for the scout, letting the team know it's all safe, and then going down to the warehouse for a bit of extra looting and a good position as well.
Okay, boys and girls, so here we are, match number 2 for the AEC Nigeria finals. We're in phase 2 of the game. We have 48 people still left alive, 15 teams still contesting.
So there we go. So we've got the red zone right across 4 teams. I'm sure they'll all be safe. It doesn't usually happen. Everyone else starting to spread out, starting to establish their compounds, getting ready for their rotations for the later stages of the game. Not wanting to take too many fights on they don't have to take.
So we had pretty exciting, interesting contrast from game number 1 and 2. Game number 1 very, very quiet at the start. Game number 2 we had some very good initial early contact. But now we've got a bit quieter now as people start to look for strategic and tactical locations within zone.
I think everyone. Can you just go to the southeast slightly towards Los Leones? Because I think there was a team that was out in the blue. I'm not sure if they're still there. If it's just Storm from DT, no, just Storm that's in the blue now. Just Team 18 rotating in.
I don't know. I invite you to do co-commentary. Now he's telling me what to do on my own.
Oh, I know.
It's outrageous.
I know, it's terrible. So demanding.
Oh, well,
I'll be getting a rider next.
I don't know what I'm putting up with you stuff, mate. I really don't. I mean, anybody think we were friends or something? This is crazy.
Right, so we have Team 4 there establishing their position. Team 15, TNC, Team 12 just to the south of them. Team 7 starting to that rotation into the mountains. So they've been looting up in El Pozo on their own. So they're looking to get their position. And
yeah,
we
definitely.
Wait to see where
our next zone is going to break. That should be interesting. And Slap Bang Central, actually, that's not going to be too difficult for most people. Team 10, or solo player from Team 10, I think, still out well to the north. We've got a solo, I think, from squad number 18, just off to the south and east. But yeah, for most people, they're taking position centre zone. They're consolidating their position, Jamie.
Absolutely. And I'd say Team 7 have got quite a good position here. They're up in the mountains. They've been looting in El Pozo. Team 8 have been there for a long time. They took their early rotation. And look at this. The scout, Chris, is heading in towards centre zone again. He's going to go and have a look, see what's about. He can't go as far as last time because obviously the zone shrunk and he knows there'll be people around.
Here we go. So we've got elements of squad number 7. That's the boys and girls from RTZ, who I believe came second in game number 1. Coming up against the boys and girls from Shell Shock.
Yeah, they're trying to get a position up in the mountains there. Can be somewhere you'll hate because it's a great sniping position. Depends on how the zone breaks, but it can be brilliant. Really good to look down on all the compounds.
I think the worst thing I always hated about this map, and it happens sometimes on Sarnak, which is one of my favourite maps, but is jumping off the cliff when the blue zone pushes at you because you've got no choice.
Absolutely, and we'll hopefully we'll see that because that's on the northwest island, isn't it? When you have to jump the cliffs, and it can your day can go from being perfect because you got the high ground, you can see everyone.
You're taking loads of kills, and then the zone shifts on you, and you're like, "Great, I can't get out of this." We're here with Shecky from out, squad number 3, rotating between 2 squads.
Yep, and straight towards another. No, turned off now. Taking fire from Team 12 and Team 4 as well. So they're trying to establish their rotation, get into their position for the late stages.
Now we're here with our friends from team number 12, Tenacity. They're putting some rounds towards the boys and girls from Outsiders. Nothing too much at this stage. We're still 47 players left alive, 15 teams.
Yeah, so we've still got, I know some of them are taking casualties, but we've still got all 15 teams still going. So Team 3 obviously still visible from the guys here at Team 12. They've got a nice position. They can see plenty around them here. So I think just about everyone had made their way into zone, just about. Getting congested down in that southern side as well. The northern side is fairly spread out across there. They're all in a line across that high ground from Power Grid to Monte Nuevo. Team 7 up in the mountains. And then down in the south, we've got Team 6, 4KT. Of course, a player down after the early engagement.
Yep, and looks like they're holding their position edge of zone, looking at our next potential engagement. These guys are fairly happy to keep this a medium range engagement at this moment in time. Yeah, next circle is going to break, however. And whoa, that's an aggressive shift. That's worked out really well for the guys in 17, 14, and potentially squad number 5 and squad number 6 who can rotate in. But we're going to start getting the action now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Team 6, 4KT, we're going to see them being tested here. They've got to get into zone. They're going to have to come past at least 1, maybe 2 squads to get into zone. And we'll see if they're going to go to the edge of zone or whether they're going to crash straight into centre zone and try and get themselves a foothold. Could be an interesting one.
So these guys looking to get vehicled up and rotate. They're probably going to draw some fire as they do it, so let's keep a quick eye on this.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go... Yeah, very separated. They've gone 2 and 2. Oh, sorry, 2 and 1. They're quite separated, though, or is this just a bit of a glitch?
I think that's a glitch.
Yeah, it is.
The great stationary vehicle that doesn't move on Miramar. I do love a bit of graphic render.
So here we go, very risky position here. Probably can be seen by Team 5.
And
they're still
not in zone, so they probably need to be... well, that's an interesting one. Ditch the vehicle, head across on foot.
I think he must have run out of fuel because this is a very risky rotation here from Team 6. Team 17 are going to be waiting for them. They've managed to rotate themselves in from the south. They've got a little bit of high-ish ground. So here we go to Team 17, then Black Legion.
17 also coming under pressure from our current leaders, squad number 6, 4KT.
Yeah, and they will see that there's someone here. They know there's someone in the compound, so shots will start coming in, but shots being returned by Black Legion 17.
Squad number 5 from Fun, not too far away at all from this, and this is going to be a very hotly contested part of zone, I think.
Yeah, this could be, I say, this is where Team 6 are going to be tested. They've got Team 17 and Team 5 between them and the safe zone. So they're being pushed now. A few smokes going out. They're using the contours of the hill, but they are under pressure.
They are indeed. There's only 3 of them, and they're coming out of the blue. They're under pressure. They're trying to lay down smokes, hit the edge of zone. We're in phase 4. It hurts enough at this point. And not a lot of cover to work with here at all.
No. So just managed to sneak in zone, but this is very, very open. Protected from Team 5, but not from Team 17. Team 17, if they can, would be good to try and put some nades into the smoke, just to put that extra pressure on. They've lost one of their players, 4KT, who held back out in the zone, and I think was there to draw the fire from the rest.
So our friends from squad number 17 here, BL, they're holding their squad house. They're not moving from here. They've got cover. They've got 4 members up alive. Yeah, we're here with Ava from 4KT. He's managed to hit the building, but he's getting lots of nades thrown towards him. Nade goes in through the window of the squad house.
And drops a little landmine there as well.
Yeah, blind fire through the smoke, probably hit the but he has now been knocked. So we're looking at only Storm left from this team at this moment in time.
And Team 17, who we've seen with that really good defence of their compound, although one's just been knocked now. Storm 4KT has taken down one of the players. I didn't see which one. Apologies.
And squad number 5, they've managed to make the edge of zone in phase number 5 of the game. It's going to start moving in, well, now. So they've actually got a great position to gatekeep these 2 squads as they do this. We've got elements of squad number 12 not too far away as well, Team Tenacity. And boom, have some of that. Some great work from, well, yeah, I'm going to say it, fun sex. Well done.
Come on, man. I know you're not a prude.
I'm not a prude. I'm just not too certain of what YouTube will let me get away with.
And look at that, the knock from Fun up onto Schnitz up on the hillside there. That's some great long range work. Not easy when the player's up on the high ground. And those guys are going to be pushed because look at that next zone shift. We're moving away from here. These guys are rotating into zone Team 5.
Oh, I do love that. I love that. Yeah, who doesn't love to see a big error message flash across their screen when they're doing a stream?
So they've got a little bit of cover, but they're out of zone. They've got one of their players in zone in the smoke up ahead.
So we're down to 16 players left alive, 6 teams still contesting phase 6 of the game. We've got 40 seconds till the blue starts to push.
Team 14 up on the hillside under a bit of pressure to rotate into zone now. Team 5, they've got their scout out there, Leon, into zone, but not safely.
And that is our general disposition. We've still got a lot of teams fighting out in the north. We'll go and quickly check on that. We're here with, and yeah, that is one of our friends from APX taken out, well, at least not. Hexor taking a lot of rounds, but managing to get a kill there. Well played. Got a knocked teammate. Still got attention from squad number 14, not too far away from this. It's not over yet. And in it comes, bang, Doom. He's down. Squad number 14 pushing in aggressively.
Blessing here, getting ready for the push. Going to have to do a bit of defending. I don't know if you're going to be able to revive the teammate. Just take whatever you can and head towards zone and just take out players as you go if you can.
No easy way out though. Starting to get pushed on. Gets the knock on down. Great gunfighting there, but he's in the blue. Phase 6 is going to eat the health. It's also going to eat the health of 14 if they're not careful here. Gets taken out third party by the guys from 8. Squad number 3.
Brilliant third party work.
So we're down to 2 teams. We are down to 2 teams. Squad number 3, squad number 5. Phase 6 of the game. Phase, and you have to say, 5 have got the position here. They've got the position to control zone. Gatekeeping, pronto here.
They've got 2 players in zone. They've got 2 players at the back of the zone. They can just hold these players up. They don't even need to take them out now. They can just effectively wait until they have to move. Here come the smokes.
And that is a lot of open ground to have to rotate through. And they've got 2 guns, 3 guns waiting just for Pronto to make a move here.
Yeah, and they've got the 2 wide players as well for Team 5 just to get the slightly different angle.
Not being funny, Pronto, if you manage this, mate, I'll buy you a case of whiskey.
So Shecky right behind, and they're waiting to go. So 15 seconds for the push, and Wally coming around in the vehicle just to cause a bit of extra chaos. Got an extra angle now. So they've got all 4 players in the zone, team 5.
Right, his teammate has been knocked, so Pronto is the only member of this team on his feet. No way he's going to be able to get a res, and here comes the push. Here we go. Multiple flags. Gets into it, and I think that was Leon, was it? I think Leon got the kill shot. Yep, and fantastic work from our friends from squad number 5 there. My Revenge, fun. Great job indeed. Great push at the end. Pronto, great fight at the end there, mate, but that was probably too much of an ask. We're going to go through the results. Okay, in first place, we have our friends from My Revenge, fun. They take first place with 7 kills. In third place, we have the boys and girls from Outsiders Official. They take that with 6 kills. And in third place, we have our friends from Dark Dragons, and they pick up 5 kills. In the first 3, looks like our individual kill leader is Wally from Fun with 4. We're just going to check the rest of the results for you. Let's have a look. We've got Blessing there with 3. We've got Professor there with 3. Nothing that matches 4 yet, though. Let's have a quick look down. Yep, some more players with 3 there. Oh, interesting. Sometimes you just do get the games where the kills are spread out amongst a lot of players. And yeah, it looks like Wally there taking it with 4 kills. I didn't see any more than that. Okay, boys and girls, we are going to take a very quick break. We will be back with you shortly. Hopefully, we will have an updated results table for you, and we'll do a bit of post-match analysis and introduction into Game 3. We will see you very soon. Bye for now. Okay, boys and girls, and welcome back. So we've had the first two games. Exciting game there at the end, Jamie.
Absolutely, yeah.
Poor old Pronto there didn't really have a lot of options at the end as he got pushed, but liked the fight. And yeah, interesting game. We had some very early initial contact, then got a bit quiet, and then everything kicked off towards the final phases of play.
Absolutely. Some really good zone control from Team 5. Fun taking the chicken dinner. But what we saw for 2-3 zones, they were holding the edge, they were gradually moving in. They were almost working with Team 17 to stop Team 6 4KT from getting in. They were putting that pressure, and then they attacked Team 17 as well, and they worked their way in. They followed the zone, and then what they did, the bit that was really good, is they sent one of their players, I think it might have been Leon, into center zone. A risky move, but it paid off. He was there holding center zone and making sure no one else could get an easy travel into zone.
Yeah, I think we're about 3-4 minutes away from the lobby. Now, just having a quick look at lots going on, obviously. Just having a quick look at the latest scores on the doors, as it were. And obviously, 4KT still running away with it. But yeah, bearing in mind the first 8 qualify here, yeah, it's getting pretty tense. Position 7, 8, 9, 10.
Absolutely. And we see
Everything to play for these guys.
Is. Yeah, look how important a chicken dinner is when you're looking at that midfield and qualifying at 8th place. My Revenge Fun, they've taken the chicken dinner and they've risen 3 places. They are now in 8th position.
Well, you'll be happy to know, again, boys and girls, as you know, we came into this with about an hour's notice. So it looks like our map selections, first game, Erringle, middle 2 games, Miramar. So 2 Miramars, and then final game, Erringle. What's wrong with you people? Don't you like Vikendi and Sarnock? But yeah, so we're looking at another game on Miramar here, Jamie, I think.
There's nothing wrong with that. We all love a bit of double Miramar. Anything to test your graphics card out when it's all
yeah. Thank you very much. I think the damn thing's going to ask for early retirement after this.
It's not that early.
Yeah, well, maybe I will then. Yeah, it looks like it's shaping up very interestingly. Yeah, as I say, position 7, 8, 9, 10. And we've had some great gameplay, some good gunfighters, good strategic rotations, and yeah, it's really is. I mean, game number 3 as well, especially. It's moving day. It's the time to start moving for these teams that are either just inside qualification or just outside.
Absolutely, and we're going to see which teams really want this. I mean, the teams around the sort of what are we talking between maybe 5th, 6th to about 10th, maybe 11th. They're going to show us now how much they want it. Are they going to push for that chicken dinner? Are they going to push for the aggressive strategies, get the kills, try and rack up a few kills at the risk of placement points? Are they going to play it safe and go for the placement points and just try and sneak around and hope they don't do it? But then again, not shy away from the contact, just not go looking for it. Yep. It's interesting. We're getting to the stage now where this game, probably more than any, will make or break it.
Yep, it's going to be very interesting one to watch.
Consolidating. Yeah, looking forward to this one again. Miramar. So these teams, are they going to jump the same places? They will have their primary jump locations. Depends on the flight path, of course. But will we see maybe a bit more action if we get a central flight path around Chumacera, Picado, San Martin, whereas most of it was quite spread out. And we had the action was actually in the open areas, which we don't usually get.
Yep, it's going to be an interesting one, and I think we're going into the lobby.
Nearly there.
Nearly there. Vimes has a heart attack. Don't worry about it.
So we do at least have a lobby. And I noticed we are on 58 alive.
No, we're on with managed to. Come on, play ball. Yeah.
So I think one of the teams may actually. I think it's some of the chat on YouTube was saying I think maybe Men of Blood Esports haven't come here. Now they were in last position, so maybe they were playing different scrims. I don't know, but maybe that's why we're getting 15 teams.
Okie dokie. So we're on the plane. And let's have a look at our flight line. Southern flight line again. Wow. Porto Paradiso across to Ladria. Chimichera, you were talking about that on our last map, Jamie. So that was certainly going to be in range this time.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we get 2, 3, maybe even 4 teams jump down to Chimichera. We'll probably get teams going to Picado. Maybe someone going up to Opozzo, and probably a few trying to get vehicles and just head further north.
So we're on board with squad number 5, our winners of game number 2, Fun, My Revenge. They're at the plane and looks like they're heading towards the Los Leones area.
Team 17, once again, that's their drop location. They're dropping Puerto Priso. Nice early quick drop for them. Team 4 and 5, I think, going to be crowded in Los Leones.
So these guys are on the deck. We're just going to have a look, see if we can. Just going to keep looking at the map for just a second. See anybody's going to drop together. See if we get some good early gunfighting.
And I think Team 6 and 8, SK and 4KT are both going to drop around the Picado area by the looks of it. We've got a couple heading down to Valdemar, Team 18, Team 11.
Yeah. Looks like our friends from squad number 5 not too far away from the guys from squad number 4. No. There's our first zone, Jamie.
And again, fairly benign zone shift. It's fairly central, slightly eastern. Most teams are already in zone. I'm wondering if people will rotate across to the north of the zone early, or whether they'll stay in their locations now.
Okay, we're here with our friends from squad number 18, that's Dream Team, and they've dropped right in the middle of a split formation from squad number 11, that's Not Gaming. I know Abs is in the chat, so Abs, tell me, what kind of split is this, love?
We're putting her under pressure now.
We're putting her under pressure.
I don't know if she's got a microphone ready.
We're putting her under pressure. We're putting her under pressure.
See, us two old men, we can't deal with things like this. We need Abs. I'm guessing it's a 3-1 split, but I want that confirmed by the expert.
Absolutely. For those not familiar with our general banter, Abs loves talking about the strategic splits between teams, what they're trying to achieve. Also has a penchant for massively mispronouncing names.
Oh, we weren't going to bring that up.
We really did.
Could be interesting here because the solo player that split off from the rest can get good information, and the others may not know how many are either side of them. I'm sure they'll realise there's a player this side, and they'll know there's players the other side, but they might not know the exact numbers.
Okay, so looks like we've still got 58 players left alive, 15 teams still competing at this point. Doesn't look like we're going to get any early gunplay just yet, Jamie. I think these two are the two closest that we've got together. Just having a quick look at the map.
Yeah, and look at that. Once again, Stark Esports, Team 8. They've taken a vehicle, one of them has, and headed straight north to Hacienda. Left the other two there, but they've got the solo going on a scouting trip. Just to see who's around up in the northern zone, and they'll realise there's no one up there.
So a little bit quieter than game 2. Whether that's by design or some of these guys are trying to make sure that they're, basically keeping their squad members looted, keeping their squad members up, alive, making sure you've got enough smoke, enough nades. So it's going to be very interesting. Our winners from game number 3, Fun. They're in Los Leones at the moment.
So we've got a central red zone as well. Again, shouldn't cause too much of a problem at this stage. We've got a couple of teams in Los Leones, but again, they're not wanting to take on a fight they don't have to take at this early stage, because you might come out with a couple of kills, but often you'll come out with a few casualties as well.
So these guys still playing it fairly cagey.
So they've got the player out on the far left here, up on the slight hillside.
Yeah. Cody Place, I think, just called it in the chat there. Yeah, guys need placement points. But we've got rounds going out, and that looks like a knock now established on squad number 18.
Now they're fairly close together, so they shouldn't have too many problems getting. But look, you can see they're all regrouping now, heading back over. They've heard the shots. They know their players are under a bit of fire.
Got flanking manoeuvre coming off on the right.
So Team 11 will need to get their players to close up as well, just to keep the pressure on, because Zeus here under a bit of pressure as
Zeus
the rest
can
of Team 18 come in.
Zeus may very well come under quite a lot of pressure quite quickly. It's a while since I've seen somebody in a scrim with a companion.
It's very true, actually. So quick early exchange and then reload.
Yeah, pre-fire the door out the window.
Back round the side, wait for the rest of the team to come in and keep that pressure on. Maybe get some shots from a different angle, but they're all lined up here. One of them needs to go across the road if they can, just to try and get that deeper angle.
Oof, and there goes the nade. That took a chunk. Excellent. I think another one's just landed not too far away. Well, no, managed to escape the worst effects of that one, but now we are all kicking off.
Yeah, so 2 knocks here on Team 18 from Team 11. So that pressure starting to build, and they've thirsted the knocks as well. So
we're here with Lucid Stark from squad number 18, getting a look at Zeus there. Zeus gets a knock on Lucid Stark. So Killer Bean is the only member of this team up and running at this point. Thirsted.
Killer Bean, we saw that great aggressive play from Killer Bean onto 4KT in that first game from the roof.
Beautiful there, trying the jump multiple times, making sure just got on the ledge, and beautiful knock and thirst there, and not finished yet. Oh, nearly established the knock there. Great work from Killer Bean here.
Trying to get up on the roof. Not quite able to, but here we go. Going to try and withstand the push.
Here comes a push up the stairs. You get dizzy watching these people move about, don't you?
I mean, some of the movements excellent. Here we go. So
it's beautiful. Yeah, just a bit of pre-fire through the gap there. Didn't pull off, but exactly the right instinct. And here we go. And ultimately, great fight there by Killer Bean, but taken out by the guys from squad number 11, Not Gaming. Great work from those guys. They pick up 4 kills. They lost 1 player, but they'll go in as a 3. So well done. Well played, boys and girls. So let's have a look at our general situation on the map now. We've got squad number 6, interestingly, our overall leaders at the moment, taking a very central location around San Martin. Let's see where our next likely contact is going to be. We're with 53 players left alive, 14 teams still contesting at this point.
Interesting to see Team 14 have split either side of Team 6. We've got someone to the west of San Martin.
You're just feeding what?
Behind Team 6.
You're just feeding abs now, mate. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing.
So yeah, only Team 3 up in the northern part of the zone. Team 7 again, looting El Pozo, and they're very close to the zone. Nice easy rotation for them. These guys from down in Valdemar, a little bit of a rotation, but nothing too strenuous.
So we're here with our friends from 4KT. Well established, absolutely certainly qualify at this point. Not too far away from squad number 14 here, Jamie. Very central location in zone.
Very central location. They've got the high ground overlooking San Martin, and they can defend behind themselves as well. So yeah, it's a good choice of location.
Okay, so we're coming.
Nice desert scene there.
Absolutely, we do our best to please as we look out upon this magnificent vista.
Interesting to see that people are rotated. They've moved away from that western side of the zone, moving from El Pozo. And look at that. Look where it's broken. Center zone is San Martin. So yeah, nice area to have people congregating in. You got the hillside. You got the buildings. Should be a good place for some fights.
Okay, so whilst we wait for the endless graphic render on Miramar, we're here with squad number 8. That is Stark Esports, and looks like we've got at least one from 300 Spartans, 2 from 300 Spartans, not too far away.
Yeah, so nice and close here at the mines. Should be able to get good look, both of them. And we got team 8 slightly wider on the hillside. The rest of team 10 well behind on the other side of the road at the other compound.
And looks like the other 2 from squad number 10 looking to come towards their teammates now. Got a rotation happening from one pair from squad number 8, so it looks like these guys might be gearing up for a fight.
Yeah, I think actually no, they rotating away by the looks of it. The others have rotated away.
And looks like we've got squad number 4 potentially coming into the south of this one.
Yep, team 15 coming in on the road as well. Coming in past the mines.
I don't know. You all stand around, you watch nothing for 10 minutes, and then everybody wants a fight. It's great.
So team 10 move themselves down, ready to get some shots in on team 15. But they're all nicely in cover now. And it's good to see Mad God there up on the hillside down in the bottom left of the screen. Just getting that extra angle for cover.
Let's have a look at Mad God's position here. So Mad God got a good spot here. Not a lot of cover, but he's certainly got a look at one of the players.
Now, I'm wondering if they... Did he miss that? Oh, no, they're rotated behind the hillside there. Sorry, I thought he might have missed that, but no.
Rotated behind the player. We've still got squad number 6 taking very central location, not too far away from squad number 18, and it looks like we've got a scout from squad 14, Dark Dragons, also potentially getting in on this, so it's going to be a very congested centre part of zone at this rate. San Martin.
Yeah, and you see team 3 with Shecky up on that hillside, overlooking the opposite hillside from team 6, overlooking San Martin, just waiting for someone to go in there. But there's no one in San Martin yet. No one's going in building to building. It's a little bit surprising, but it's going to be a difficult rotation past that in that valley area.
So these guys fairly content. They're absolutely certain where these guys are. Absolutely sure of it. But they're happy to keep this a medium non-engagement at this moment, playing tactically, playing for points.
Yeah, well, you say that. Did you take down Self from 4KT?
And yeah, Schnitz there getting the kill. That's 1 kill now for our friends from Dark Dragons. We've got elements of squad number 6. Storm has been knocked.
So shots out between 6. We've got 6, 14 and 8, all in the similar sort of area. But look at that. A player knocked very low on health from 4KT, but Aimer from 4KT, all on their own out there. Now, I'm sure they're not going to be too worried, but a slightly risky rotation.
So here we are with Aimer from 4KT. And driving away in the VW. Well, if you were as old as me, the VW hippie wagon.
No one's that old.
Yeah, really, I'm that old. Taking a little bit of fire doing it, but should be able to get the rotation in. And yeah, that's about as well as I used to drive those. Yeah, that's good. But yeah, park the vehicle on a reverse slope, having a good look here, knows where his teammates are, knows where the opposition are, and doing a great job scouting so far.
Yep. So Team 3 up on the hillside might be getting a bit sight of this, but it's a long old distance across that hillside. And look at that next zone. So west of San Martin.
And looks like one of the guys, Chris from squad number 8, has taken a knock. Aimer here looking to relocate.
And taking the buggy just for a bit of extra speed, I think. Just to come in and support his teammates. Come in and put the extra pressure on Team 8, I think, by the looks of it, from the high ground. Now, I wonder if King will be able to get to Chris. I'm not sure they'll be able to. Maybe behind those rocks. But look at that aimer going round the side there.
So Kingy looking to get the res on his teammate. So it's been a fairly quiet first 3 phases of play so far. We've still got 52 players left alive, 14 teams still contesting this one.
Yeah, we've had a few sort of skirmishes and a few players knocked and taken, but no huge battles as yet. But this is building up.
Here we go, and I think Kingy just had a quick look at one of our friends rotating in a buggy. Doesn't quite manage to get the rounds in.
Unfortunately, jumped up for a
and had a quick peek and poked just too long, and Storm gets the knock there.
So a good bit of action around this hillside here. I thought it might be because people were in San Martin, but actually fighting over the hillside itself. All in zone, so there's no pressure there with the blue. Team 11 are coming up, so we got all the players, all the teams in the western side, sorry, the eastern side, coming to rotate through San Martin and up over these hillsides soon.
Storm doing the business, and the guys from 4KT are really moving very well, controlling this engagement, picking these guys off from squad number 8 one by one at this reckoning.
Yeah, just waiting for them to peak, just that slightest opportunity, and they're taking it. We saw Chris from SK working as a scout before.
And looks like we got our winners of game number 2 fun. They looks like they want to have some fun and get involved in this action.
Yeah, just coming to get involved, throw in a little bit of a spoiler as well. So we've got 300 and LXG getting involved.
So here we are with Leon. He was the guy who got the kill shot, closed out game number 2, and he's putting the rounds in towards these guys, and look at the knocks that's been established.
Absolutely. So all 4 of the fun team are now in vehicles. Now I don't think he knows it's just that.
Leon's coming under some pressure. He gets out of his vehicle just before it gets blown. But straight out aggressively with the nades going in towards Sklat from squad number 8.
Yeah, and a couple coming back as well from Sklat. From squad 8, just for good measure, taking chunks of health but not quite establishing the knock. Here comes another one from Leon.
Taking some rounds from his left flank, and Leon has now been knocked.
So he's pushing into Team 8, but it's Team 6, 4KT, that actually get the knock established.
And so these guys all fighting on the edge of the blue. We're in phase 4 of the game. We have just over 1 minute 10 seconds until it starts to push.
Yep, so they're fighting 2 different squads here, and the blue soon. So Fear are taking down RTZ. It looks like they've actually wiped RTZ. Slat has been taken down by the play zone, actually, in the end. So I think Chris is on his own from Team 8 now. So our zone's shifted and we're going even further west, centred around the power grid area. Lots of nice hillsides. Only one major...
And look at all of this contact, and this is all well out of our next phase of play. This is all well away from our next circle.
Yep, and Chris has been taken down by Not. Team 11 getting the kill there. And the guys from Team 6 controlling this high ground. But they're going to have to start rotating soon. 10 seconds to go.
So 4KT, they're controlling this ground that they've occupied very, very well. They've sent out a scout to go into their next location.
Trying to get the buggy close enough so Aimer can get into it without sliding the buggy down the hill. But I think
Blue is going to start the push.
Into the vehicle. I think they may be a little bit stuck there from Team 6.
Bit of death race action. The guys from Fun, squad number 5, they've managed to hit just edge of circle. Their teammates starting to join them now.
Exactly what they did in game 2 is get to edge of zone and then control it from there. We'll see if they can do the same in this. It's a lot more open here and they don't quite have as much cover, but they have got teams coming in behind them from outside the zone. They can gatekeep them well.
And everything happening in this northern part of the zone. Looks like Storm from 4KT has now been knocked. We're here with squad number 14.
Now you're coming in taking chunks out of Storm.
We're down to 32 players left alive. 9 teams still contesting. We are in phase 5 of the game.
Hello there knows that Aimer is behind and just waiting for Aimer to come in. But Aimer's going to be pushed by the zone fairly soon. Still okay for now, but going to make the rotation in.
Coming under a lot of pressure here. The guys from 4KT doing their very best to rotate, but they're having to rotate through squad number 14.
Plenty of rounds.
But oh, beautiful work from Aimer there. Gets the knock on Chella. At the end of the day, there's a reason these guys are at the top of the leaderboard.
Blade trying to rotate round on the angle, but not quite being able to get the shots in.
Dan doing his best to get to his teammates. Blade has now been knocked. Dan is the only member of this team still up and running. Aimer is the only member of squad number 6, our current leaders, still up and running.
Taking out 3 of Team 14 already.
We're down to 21 players left alive, 6 teams still contesting. Phase 5 of the game, and just over 15 seconds till the blue starts to push, and these guys are going to be in a world of hurt very soon. Looks like squad number 5 is starting to rotate.
Yep, so 350 metres to go, right on the edge of blue already. This is going to hurt. It's going to be a very difficult rotation.
Squad number 9, squad number 12, looking to take position in zone. These guys finding it very difficult to rotate whilst they're in the middle of this gunfight. Aimer doing the business, putting the rounds in, but he's getting pushed on very aggressively by 4 players. He's knocked Chella again.
And Chella gets taken down in the end. By Fun actually coming in for the third party on Team 14. So Team 14 really under the pressure here. Aimer, I'm not sure if there's a buggy available, but health going down in chunks. I don't think Aimer's going to get well. Ultimately
taken out, but that was a great fight from the guys from squad number 6 there, our current leaders, and we're straight back into it with squad number 4. These guys still fighting out on the edge of the blue with phase number 5. Circle is quite a way away from these guys, and our winners of game number 2, Fun, they are well into it with squad number 4. Our fellas from Fear.
Little welcome message for Leon if he dares step out of that building. Controlling Team 5 well. We saw Team 5 do that to the other teams as well on the edge of zone, but they're having it done to them now.
And squad number 9 coming into it with squad number 12, taking position southern part of the zone. This is going to be prime real estate as we get into the later stages of the game, and these are the only 2 teams who are contesting it right now.
Yeah, so this is really important for the final stage of the game. Whichever team can hold this position will have the upper hand. At the moment, it's TNC holding out well, nicely spread out. They can see across all the angles.
Our friends from squad number 5 getting into it with squad number 4, Fear. Fear have got 2 players knocked, but looks like they've got all their members up. They've got 8 kills this team, but they do have to rotate in the zone. We are down to 12 players left alive, 3 teams still contesting.
Yeah, they're going to have to move very quickly. They're going to have to heel on the hoof here. They have got a Vic. I'm sorry, this is Team 12. They're going to have to get into it because these guys taking chunks out of each other. So if sorry, Team 4 can make it into the final zone, they're going to find some players
feel
that
it?
are
Yep,
really
you feel
beat
at this
up.
point, team number 12 need a push, clear team 9 if they can. Puts them in great position as team 4 rotating.
Yep. Play zone's taken down one of Team 4, and that's the second one taken down. These guys are under a lot of pressure. I'm not sure if Team 4 are going to make it in.
Team 4, I think, are just out.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're going to make it inside. I don't think.
No, and that's it. Litia has taken down. So we're down to our final 7 players, 2 teams. TNC holding the compound and Team 9 APX trying to breach it.
So rotations coming in.
Yo-Yo Traitor has been taken down, so we've now got a 3v3.
And this is anybody's call at this moment in time.
Yeah.
And that's great work from the guy from TSC there. Manages to get the knock on Hexor.
That's
got
really
one member of his team down, but he's still got high ground. He's in good health. His armour and helmet still looking reasonable location. Great work across the roof there, looking for the relocation.
So I think by the looks of it, they've got 2 players from Team 9.
And great work. And you have to say our friend here is really doing the business here.
Yeah, so it's just Blessing on the right. So Jojo and Mamba up against Blessing here.
Blessing, the last member of this team left alive. Helmet gone, vest nearly gone. Putting in plenty of rounds though, not going out with a fight. Nice spray with the M762 there. But coming under increasing amounts of pressure, and ultimately that's it. Taken out.
TNC taking out the win there. Really, really good control of that location. Held off multiple attacks from APX, who did well to try and breach it, but they just couldn't do it in the end.
Yep, fantastic work from our friends from TNC there. So we're going to go through the scores on the doors, boys and girls. In first place, TNC. They take it with 8 kills. 8 kills. In second place, we have APX. They come second with 2 kills. And in third, we have Fear with 8 kills. In the top 3, we have Jojo from TNC with 6. We're just going to check the rest of the results table for you. I haven't seen any more than 6. 4 for Litia, I think, from Fear. My apologies if I pronounced that incorrectly. Let's have a look. 8 through 11, we have 4 kills from Zeus. Nothing matching 6 thus far. And 12 through 15. And again, nothing matching 6. So it looks like Jojo from TNC, not only part of the winning team, but also going to be our individual kill leader from game number 3. Okay, that's game number 3 concluded. We'll get results to you and a bit of post-match analysis as quickly as we can and get geared up for what's going to be our final game this evening, boys and girls. Game number 4 on Erangel. We will be back with you very soon. Bye for now. Okay, hi there, boys and girls, and we're back. So that's games 3 of 4 completed. Fantastic win there in game number 3. Now, just having a quick look at our table, Jamie. Obviously, probably want to talk about game number 3, but let's have a look at the situation. 8 teams qualify. And let's have a look. My Revenge 96, LXG Esports 94, Not Gaming 91, and RTZ 74. So it's getting pretty close for the last qualifying spots going into game 4.
Absolutely, and it looks like it's between those three for that fight. Well, for the final 2 spaces, it is so close. So 5 points between the last between 7th and 9th. One of those is going to come away disappointed. I'm looking for a strong game on Erangel. Like we said as we went into game 1, everyone knows this map well. This is a chance now for them to shine, to show why they should be in that top 8.
Yep. Obviously, I mean, if you're looking at the likes of 4KT, Team Apex, Dark Dragons, I mean, Dark Dragons 130 points. I mean, these guys have got to be feeling pretty safe. But, if you go a little bit further down the leaderboard, places 11 and 12, 68 points, 64 points. These guys put a move on, not beyond the realms of possibility. They could sneak their way in.
Absolutely, yeah, and a good placement, a chicken dinner, even with a high kill game, and suddenly you're looking at 25 points. It can make a huge difference.
Well,
so I think, anyone from, I would say probably Shell Shock, probably Team Fear in 5th, down to Team 9. They're the ones that are competing for those 4 spaces.
Yep. So really looking forward to an exciting game. Game number 4, the conclusion of the channel. We will stay live on the stream until we get the final results and talk through those. So do bear with us at the end. We'll wait for final results and the final spreadsheet to be collated, and we will share those with you at the end of the stream. Hope you stay for that. I'd like to say thank you to all of you who are watching and supporting the stream, being active in the stream chat. Always great to see. We love that stuff. So yeah, it's been an exciting night, exciting night of scrims tonight, Jamie. And interestingly, we've had a couple of different teams competing. I mean, Tenacity there, they're not going to be massively happy with being down in 14th, but taking a chicken dinner.
Absolutely, and we've seen just how strong this company is as well. It's not a weak lobby by any means. It's not diluted. You've got some really strong teams in here, all individually good gun players, some really good rotations, and we've seen different teams with different tactics. But yeah, taking out a chicken dinner in a lobby is good, but in a strong lobby like this, it's a real achievement.
Yep.
And one thing that's really interesting, you say about teams dominating. We came into this and literally all we knew about these guys is the leaderboard. That's all we could see. So when 4KT took the win on the first game, we thought, here we go. That's what the leaderboard says. They're going to dominate. And what's happened? They've been put under pressure by the zone and by the other teams. The other teams haven't been afraid to take them on, and they haven't always come out on top. So they've done their work early. They've got themselves that lead, but they have not dominated tonight.
Yeah, probably a different mindset in the players. To be honest, they know they're qualified. Still fighting it tooth and nail all the way in. They had a very tough rotation trying to come in at the final phases of game number 3 there. But you have to give credit where credit's due. Tenacity there doing fantastic work at the end.
Absolutely, yeah. Really good work. They controlled that. They got the high ground. They fought off multiple attacks from Team 9. And they made sure they were there at the end. I like the fact that I think it was Mamba, was on top of one of the buildings and doing the parkour across the top. Made sure that he had vision across all of it.
Yeah, that was exciting stuff to watch. He had the god spot there. Could see everyone. Got a good couple of kills. Yeah, that was fantastic gameplay at the end. But we're on Erangel for game number 4, and looking forward to see how people do this one, Jamie. I really am.
It'll be interesting to see, especially the players like My Revenge, who is oh crikey, what's their tag? It's Fun, isn't it? My Revenge Fun.
Yeah.
Are in 7th. LXG and Not Gaming. Really interesting to see how those 3 teams compete in this, because they don't want to throw it away, but they cannot be passive. They need the points. Now they can go for placement, but they're going to have to do a good combination of kills and placement points. So I'm really interested to see, especially Not Gaming. They're the ones that have got to take the fight. They need to overtake the others. So are they going to go aggressive? So we're in with what we've got, 57 players. So just one player, I think, maybe not making it in. A couple of players.
So, yeah, looks like we're 6 seconds away from the plane. Good luck, boys and girls. Have a great game, game 4. And here we are. Whoa, that's an interesting flight line. 70 down to Primorsk.
Absolutely. So it cuts off a lot of the map. Although some of the major areas are still in zone. You can get as far as Yasnaya, you can get to Farm and Milta with a long drop, but for anywhere past that, you're going to have to be rotating in a vehicle. So this is where we'll see if teams that maybe would normally drop over into the eastern side, do they have a secondary drop location, or are they going to take a vehicle and head to their normal place?
So our friends from Tenacity, squad number 12, they're out the plane already, and they're heading towards the Yasnaya by the look of it.
Yeah, so are they going to Yasnaya as their looting location, as their first stop, or are they just going to go there to try and get a vehicle and rotate somewhere else? Be interesting to see if they go in for the fight here. Team 11, who Not Gaming, they were the ones that need to be more aggressive to get the points. They're heading out to Georgia Pole Apartments.
And doesn't look like these two squads are breaking away from each other. So we've got squad number 5, squad number 12.
Yep, they're floating along over the lake. They're just looking at each other, daring the other one to chicken out and make the move.
And I don't think anyone is. It looks like they're going into it.
Yep, so they've got them dropping at different big buildings here. So the primary aim here is to get down first, get into a building, get a weapon, and then try and get the early knock. It's going to be absolutely vital. Plenty of weapons in the building, so Team 5 might be under a bit of pressure here. Although it looks like Leon and Wally have managed to get got weapons.
It looks like we've had one knock established on team number, and Leon has also been knocked. This is going to be very interesting. Tenacity really trying to move this now. They've managed to establish 2 knocks.
So that's fun. Sex taken down as well. So Leon and Sex taken down. So just Wally and Derry remaining.
Derry has taken a huge amount of hits here, and Wally is in a huge amount of trouble. Knocked, thirsted. Derry's the only person up at this moment in time. This is going to be a big shock if Fun get taken out this early in the game.
Yeah, so trying to get some health in. Got no helmet, level 2 vest. Got an Uzi, which is great, close-up quarters. So got the weapon for it. We're going to have to see what happens.
I'd rather have 4 players behind me than an Uzi and a hat.
Yeah, the hat's got wings on it.
Oh, the hat's got wings on it. That could make all the difference. So very aggressive and straight in the. Wow, Derry is really in a world of hurt here.
Yeah, under pressure from both sides here. Slightly lucky that Mamba's actually rotated round because it's now just facing in one direction. And
you've got to say that TNC have really they've got to push this. Make sure they don't. They've got to make sure they don't lose a player. Get out of this with 4 players offline. And there's the knock. Don't let the thirst happen. They've let the thirst happen. Derry has managed to cause the damage to TNC there.
That is a hell of a move. I mean, being aggressive at this stage, that is brilliant.
Oh, great gunplay from Derry there, but you feel that the guys from TNC really should have made sure that wasn't possible.
Absolutely. Went in on 101. They had the numbers. Yeah. So TNC looking for a health pack of some sort.
And managing, I think the guys from TNC sort of a bit rocked by that one. They're not pushing this. They're not certain where Derry is, and potentially Derry's going to get out of this. So that was
Derry doing a really good job getting away.
Great gunplay from TNC in the drop, taking out 3 of the players from squad number 5 here. But slightly bittersweet, I think, in the end.
Absolutely, yeah. They'll feel, it's strangely, they'll feel like they've come out of this the worst. They have the huge advantage. Derry would be absolutely buzzing after that. Getting the kill and not only managing to escape, that's good enough, but getting the kill as well.
Okay, that's our general situation on the map. There's our zone, so Millbase well taken out of it. And, as we saw in the first game, Jamie, looks like north and south of the river going through Yasnaya, Rozhok and to George Pole is still going to be very much in play.
Yeah, and what we're probably going to see is Team Fear, Team 4 here will stay to the western zone, and we saw Team 18. Now, they're very split. They've got players on the mainland as well. I wonder if they're going to rotate across to the Novo crates as they did before. So, Team 17, Blank Legion. So they're currently, where are they? They're currently in 11th on 68 points. So they're going to have to take a chicken dinner or a very high placement and a lot of kills to be able to get into that 8th position. And they're fairly close, but not super close to Team 3, who are in Rozhok, outsiders. Now they're currently in 6th on 102 points. They're not totally safe, but they've got to be fairly confident.
So we're having a quick look at our friends from outside. It's not that they got a scout from 17 not too far away, but doesn't look like they're aware of each other at this moment in time. The rest of 17 coming in.
So Team 4, as we saw before, they're down the southern side of the Millie Base Island. Team 11 currently looting away up in North Georgia Pole. They're going to have to start making away and start getting a bit aggressive. Look at that. APX, Rusty, they're in centre zone, and the others are driving up to join them.
Looks like our friends from Team 4 might be getting into a bit of action. Looks like Lenz has been knocked. We picked up 1 kill.
And, yeah, so that's DT there, and Fear taking out DT4 and Anki. I'm not sure, sorry. So that's a bit of action up in the Millie Base Island, which we didn't get in the previous game.
So we're here with DT Rash getting into it with Deku from Fear, but Fear clear that one up.
That's some good work there, taking out the squad.
So 3 kills from these guys now. Well done. They've lost Lenz, though, along the way, so they're going to be fighting as a 3 for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they've got a good position, though. They're the only ones that are down on Millie Base Island. They'll know where the others drop roughly. They haven't got far to rotate. Team 7 are moving away from the Ferry Pier Primorsk area, so there's no one gatekeeping that zone.
So we are here with squad number 14 getting into it. Squad number 10, 14, Dark Dragons 10, 300 Spartans. And
we saw Team 10 take this location in the first game as well, these apartments to the south of the bridge. I don't think DD are going to be able to are going to let them have an easy rotation this time. Getting the looting done. I'm not sure if Team 10 goals. Oh, there are only 3 players this match. So they're probably aware of each other's. Yeah, definitely aware there's someone there, but not wanting to get into it just yet. Dark Dragons up in 3rd place at the moment, so they're safe. Team 14, Team 10, 300 Spartans. Now they are. I'm just looking. They're actually in 13th, so not really in a chance to get the 8th place. So they're playing for a bit of fun, a bit of pride. So they maybe play a little bit looser, these 2 teams, because they're safe in where they are. They're not fighting for that 8th place.
So that's our general disposition on the ground. We're down to 48 players, 14 teams contesting in game number 4 of the African Esports Championship Nigeria Finals. And I have to say, haven't done any work for this particular scrim event before. Massively enjoyed it. Great gameplay. Great bunch of players. Great community as well, I have to say. Really nice bunch of people.
Of fun in the chat. Really enjoying the chat on YouTube. Look at this, Team 6, Team 13. This is important here. LXG Esports, they're currently 8th. So they're going to come up against the current leaders and a very aggressive team. If they're going to take this fight on, they're going to have to win it because they cannot afford to be taken out here.
But getting flank fire. Vegas taking a lot of fire. They managed to hit the deck just in time.
Yep, and they're in blue zone as well. So phase 1 won't hurt too much, but it just adds that.
And here comes the aggressive push. And these guys from 4KT, they're not messing about, are they?
No, and LXG can't afford to lose this fight. They're going to have to win this under a lot of pressure here.
In go the nades. Some long range fire with the DP28.
That's some good support work there, getting the knock on one of the 4KT players.
We're here with LXG. God Desire just skirting the edge of the blue, keeping the vehicle safe. Trying to get a look at an opportune target.
Yep, this is what we said at the in the intro to Game 4. We're going to see which players really want this, which teams are going to go for it. Well, here we've got LXG going to prove what they're going to go for. Are they going to go for it and be really aggressive with 4KT?
4KT down to 3 players. Looks like our friend Fex here has got a quick look at one of these guys. And there goes the burst. Beautiful knock. Blows a vehicle at the same time. There's a reason these guys are leading the leaderboard.
Absolutely. Just getting the slightest peek. Aimer here, we saw what Aimer could do in the last match. Up against it in Miramar. Taken out with a third party, but on the one-on-one gunfights took all 3 of them.
And it does look like our friends from squad number 13 really coming under pressure now. They need a result from this one.
Yep, they've got at least 2 players knocked now. Nick it is that's managed to rotate away, but it's taking fire.
So God Desire at this moment in time. One of only 2 players from this squad on his feet. His partner Nick is
Yeah. So
not
Nick
too
is
far away.
rotated out. It's trying to get a different angle. I think they might actually be going. They might be trying to retreat and get away here.
Yeah, it does look like these 2. It's actually not a bad play. You can't blame them for that. Keep a duo alive. Get the placement points. These guys are these guys are contesting at the end of the day.
Absolutely, and that's clever use of the topography there, making sure he's protected by the hill. I think he's no, he's not rotating. No, he's just taking some painkillers there. These guys need to get away from this. They cannot afford to be taken down in this fight or by the blue. They've got to get away. However they do it, they need to fight on.
Yeah, and looks like they're starting to rotate towards shelter area, hit the edge of zone and hit the narrow part of the next circle. Okay, let's jump to the middle of the map. We're here with squad number 15. And that's 2. Sorry, try to do 3 things at once. You can't do that to an old guy like me. That's why I need a coke.
To give their scope a bit of a wipe. There's something on the scope.
Yeah, something on the scope there. Looks like we're getting into it with the guys from squad number 8 SK, and they're putting the rounds in squad number 9.
Yeah, Stark Esports. They are currently in. Where are they? Currently in 12.
Chris taking some rounds from the flank though from squad number 15. Some third party work going on. He's also got what's that? One of the guys from APX just off to his left flank though. The guys from SK here, squad number 8. That's Stark Esports. They're really under some pressure now.
Yeah, so we've got player rotated round. Yeah, Chris under a lot of pressure here. In fact, all of them. He's just over. He can get the overlook here.
He's got a look. Goes for the spray with his 4 scope, but exposes himself too much. Gets taken out, at least knocked by one of the guys on the flank there. Great spray with the 4 spray though.
Yeah, and they've still Team 9 have kept the player in the compound with the high ground there. They've got the players going low.
And Kimmy's buddy was taken out with the nade there, so he's going to get pressure from his left flank here.
Yeah, he can't go up over the top because he's got a team behind him.
And taking out great work from the guys from APX there.
Yeah, really good play.
So they've still got squad number 15, who are third party in this action, not too far away. They're more than well aware of it.
Yeah, some great high level support work there from Hexor. Didn't put the kills in, but making sure there was enough cover fire. They couldn't escape over the top.
Okay, we're down to 41 players left alive. 13 teams still contesting at this moment in time. Circle is about to break. We're in phase 2 of the game. And there's our next circle. And oh, that has not taken the river out of contention. And we've still got a lot of squads south, a lot of squads north. This is going to make for some very interesting later phases of play, Jamie.
Absolutely. Be interesting to see if anyone goes to that very northern edge. I'm wondering whether Derry from Fun over Team 5 on the very right-hand side, having escaped from Team 12 TNC, I wonder if Derry's able to find a vehicle, maybe rotate as a solo and use that open area at the very north.
Well, if he rotates through Yasnaya, he's going to come straight in the back at TNC, maybe get some revenge for his dead teammates.
Yeah. Look at that Team 14 heading into centre zone, trying to get that place west of the bridge there to the west of Yasnaya. Absolutely vital spot that can be in these late stages, overlooking all of that.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see what 12 and Derry from 5 do. As I've always said, revenge is a dish best served Vimes style.
with a gun. So Team 3 outsiders looking good here. They've got the central bridge overlooking that central area, the sort of headland there over the river.
So we're here with our friends from RTZ. They're not too far away from squad number 4, Fear. 4 looking to rotate through, but getting some fire from these guys. And there goes the vehicle. Deku has been knocked.
Yeah.
And that looks like a very... That's a thirst taken, so that was an expensive rotation for these guys. Let's have a look at our friend Hulk, and yeah, just drive it out of that one.
Yeah.
Getting across the river, looks like our friends from squad number 4 may well be looking for a strategic position on the bridge. We know this is vital coming into these stages of the game when it gets like this.
Yeah, so a member of NOT, Team 11, have been taken out there by 300. They can't afford to do that. They're the ones that need to be aggressive. They need to be taking those kills and getting the placement points in order to get into that 8th place.
Interesting position here from the guys from Fear, because that is a very aggressive position to take this early in the phase of game. They're going to have everybody shooting them at this point, and they're only a duo.
Absolutely, yeah. But because of that, can they be a bit more aggressive? Being a duo, people won't be expecting it. So Team 11 nicely holed up in Rozhok now, but they're going to have to get more aggressive. They're going to have to chase kills. They need to try and overtake LXG and My Revenge.
Well, these guys are still fighting as a 3. They're well in contention to achieve what they want to do. They picked up 2 kills already.
Yep, so they're doing half the job they're starting to do. They're getting a couple of kills.
I think placement points is more valuable for these guys. Obviously, the more placement points you get, the higher up you get. Hopefully, the more kills you pick up. But, yeah, all important for these guys now. We are in the final game. Placement points, kill points, all very, very important.
Yeah, Apex there. They know there's someone down there. They've probably sighted someone through a window. So they're just checking, scoping out. They're in zone. And they've gambled that the zone's going to stay on the north of the river. It's quite likely, but... whichever side you go, it's a risk. Okay,
we're in phase 4 of the game. The blue will start to move in just over 1 minute 30 seconds. We're down to 36 players left alive, 13 teams, and this is moving day. And there is our next circle, and we're going north, Jamie. A lot of teams down to the south.
Absolutely, we said they took a gamble. It was a 50-50 gamble, and they came out on top. So they've got the northern zone. They can control it now. Well, this western side, there's no one else near them on this western side. Team 15 are in zone, but they can actually rotate round now. Team 11, the ones under pressure, they've got to rotate. There's one bridge out of Rozhok that they can take.
We've still got our friends from Fear. They're camping the bridge, and they've got right at the edge of zone. Now we've got a very aggressive rotation coming in from our overall leaders at the moment, squad number 6.
Absolutely. And look to the north at Yasnaya. Derry from Team 5 did take that northern rotation around the lake. And who's doing the same?
And here we have Aimer, and he's going to come under some fire as he comes across this bridge here. Taking a lot of damage. But out the vehicle, managed to stay there. He's certainly not going to let that one go.
No, enough weaving, so he knows there's people over the other side of the bridge there, and everyone else that's in the vicinity would have heard the same thing. Laying down a bit of smoke for cover.
And here come the rest of his team, and that was a run over, and I think here we go. Beautiful work from these guys. My word, that was fantastic work.
Yeah, it was Fex from 4KT. That was the team actually. Taking out someone on the other side of the river. Team 7 are getting involved on the other side.
There is literally nothing these guys do. They just turn up, kill everybody, move on. That was just a fantastically exciting play. Well done to these guys. That was fun to watch. Very, very tough for the guys from Team 4, but we did call that one. If you're going to camp that part of the camp that bridge in such a prime location, you are going to get pushed.
Absolutely, and as soon as you open fire, you let people know where you are. So you've got to make sure that every shot connects as people go past.
And these guys, I mean, rotated late into this situation, but they're certainly consolidating their position now as we come into, well, we're in phase 4 of the game, we're coming into phase 5 of the game, and yeah, these guys aren't messing about, Jamie.
No, absolutely not. Look at them. They're heading into the high ground. They're so confident they're going to try and take each other's buggies out. Look at that, straight into centre zone.
Straight into centre zone, straight onto the crate. There's our next circle, and these guys have found themselves right in the middle of it, gatekeeping squad number 3.
Absolutely, and we've got Team 7 coming in as well. So they've got the hard cover. Are they going to use it, or are they just going to go around the outside? In fact, Storm has been knocked.
Let's check out our friends from squad number 11. Now, placement is important for these guys.
So they've managed to get onto the northern side of the river here safely. They've got Team 7 in very close proximity. Team 9 to their west.
So they're managing to establish a presence just to the southwest of zone. Let's check our friends from RTZ. They're in a very tough location at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they can see everywhere, but unfortunately everyone can see them as well. They're coming under fire from every direction.
Skunky doing the business zone. I think that's him taking out Derry, who was our last surviving member, I think, of squad number 5.
Yep. So Derry managed to last until 12th place. And given that early fight, that's a very good,
That's a great result, you have to say. I think the guys from TNC missed an opportunity there, though, which would have been vital for these guys. Jojo, who was our kill leader in game number 3, just establishing a presence just outside of circle.
Yep, laying down some smoke, not for himself, but actually for the rest of the team to be able to come through, try and come through safely, because they've got Team 13 to their southwest as well.
And look at the split that Zero have got going on here. They're doing their very best to cover a lot of ground here, but it does leave them exposed to a lot of different teams.
Absolutely. They've got, I think they've got a player knocked there, Skunky, from Team 7, now under fire from his teammates, from Melek, I think it is.
Here, Pronto, who featured in one of the final fights going in. Pronto getting the kill on Skunky there, so great gunfighting. We're in phase 5 of the game. Circle has just broken. These guys have managed to find themselves just on the edge of it, but now 29 players left alive. 10 teams still contesting, and everyone is just going mental trying to kill each other.
Yeah, here we go. Very tight zone. Look at this. Everyone trying to rotate into zone, but they're going to make sure they go through the other players first. Knocks are starting to get involved. They're starting to get some knocks. Taken down Detective from BL, Team 17.
And that's Jojo knocked by Blade from squad number 14. And this is going to get insane. Look at this many players coming into this smaller zone, and there is virtually no cover here. Squad number 6 are overall leaders with the only compound house inside the centre of circle.
But you've got the hillsides all around that small compound. So all these players are trying to find the slightest blade of grass they can get behind, the slightest bit of cover.
We're down 26 players left alive. We still have 10 teams competing. Phase number 6 of the game.
Not getting involved again, taking down the player from RTZ. They're really, really trying to get those points. And finishing off Enigma.
Our friends from squad number 11, if I recall, Jamie, these guys really did need placement points, am I correct?
Absolutely, they need placement and kills, but Acid's been taken down. These guys are going to have to get out of here. This blue's going to hurt, and they can't afford to die to blue.
Well,
they've taken down the player in the sniper tower, but they've got to get
They've picked up 5 kills, but they've got a very difficult rotation coming in. It's going to be hard, but picking up another kill there. Great work from these guys.
Absolutely. They're taken out, and they are taken out in 6th place with 5 kills.
We're here with squad number 3. 14 seem to be establishing a very, very strong position in the centre of circle here. That has broken absolutely beautifully for these guys.
Yeah, Team 14, look at that. Couldn't have been better for them. Team 6 held that compound, but they're now out of zone. So these guys just getting the revive on. But Team 14 there, Dark Dragons, doing really good work, and they are holding that zone. They've got to aggressively hold it now. There's going to be a strong push, I expect, from Team 6.
There's too many players around. We're going to have to watch this as an overview, I think, because there's so much going on.
Yeah, we're down to our final 4 teams, 12 players.
We're in phase 7 of the game. We've got 15 seconds till it pops. We have 4 members of squad 14, 4 members of squad 3, 3 members of squad 6, and we have a single from squad 17. We're in phase number 7 of the game. This is game number 4 of the AEC Championship, and it's all to play for, boys and girls.
Absolutely. Look at this from Team 3.
Squad number 3 taking an aggressive rotation fast. Nades going out. Dan has been knocked.
Aggressive.
And you have to say the guys from squad 3 really want to be clearing this one up now. They want to take control of this part of the zone.
Such an aggressive rotation, but they had to. They couldn't go through the middle. They had to go around the outside there and come in from the behind. And they've done it. Laying down smokes now defensively. 4KT taking down players.
And that has really changed the complexion of this game. That great rotation for squad number 3 there. We've still got 2 players from 4KT. They're minding their business. It looks like the guys... And there is a knock. So squad number 3 not getting all their own way. And you have to feel that the guys from squad number 6, they're almost biding their time here.
Yep. And Blade is taking out people from that side position. He held it. I don't know if... Is he going to be able to get to his teammate and try and get the revive on? But Shecky putting down a huge amount of fire.
And this is playing into the hands of team number 6, our overall winners, 14 and 3, still going at it. 6 positioning themselves beautifully to go for the strike when they need to.
Absolutely. So here we go. They're in for the push now. So Blade and Chella's been taken down again.
And Ava has been knocked and the game is over.
And I think it was that I didn't see who got the final win.
And
Outsiders take the win.
Outside take it. I thought the guys from 4KT were just going to bide their time and sneak that one at the end, but well played the guys from Out. Fantastic conclusion to game number 4 there. Really fantastic stuff. And yeah, what a fun night of scrims. Anyway, boys and girls, we're just going to quickly run through the results from game number 4. So our friends from Out, they take first place with 8 kills. In second place, we have the guys from 4KT, obviously very dominant throughout this championship so far. They come in second place with 10 kills. And in third place, DD, and they come in third with 7 kills. I've been yelling too much. Voice starting to go. Okay, in the top 3, I think our individual kill leader there, by the look of it, is Pronto from Out, featured very much this evening. 6 kills. We're going to check, obviously, the rest of the results for you to see if anybody gets more than 6 for top fragger in game number 4. So squads 8 through 11. Can't see anything there. A few people with 3. And going down 12 through 15. No, it looks like Pronto takes it. I think for individual kill leader in that game. Boys and girls, please hang around. We're going to take a very short break. We're going to wait for the final overall results. We're going to give those to you live on stream. We will be back with you very shortly, and we'll give you the conclusion to what has been a very exciting night of scrims. We'll see you soon. Bye for now. Okay, boys and girls, we are just waiting for our final confirmation of results. We will show those for you as soon as we get them. But Jamie, what a conclusion to a fantastic night of scrimplay.
Oh, it's been a great night, and what a finish! We saw some brilliant play. It was just a really good finish, and the brilliant thing is when the zone finished, when it was all over, until we saw the result, we didn't know who had won it. We had three teams taking lumps out of each other. Any one of those three teams could have taken that.
Oh, it was fantastic. I actually thought the guys who've been dominating 4KT were literally biding their time, waiting for the other two teams to take each other out. But in the end, no, wasn't that way. They got taken out, rotated in late, and that was a great win in the end.
It was a brilliant win. We saw them with that rotation. They came in, they didn't try and go through the middle. They came around the outside. They came in behind the team that were on the slope, which meant they could take them, and then they had the slope to work with as well. They weren't quite expecting the defence they got, I don't think. We had one of the players from DD was actually in a ghillie suit, so they didn't see him, I don't think. But yeah, some brilliant work from all three teams in the end.
Oh, it's just a spectacularly fun night of scrims to cover. As much as we only got an hour's worth of notice, I tell you what, that was a huge amount of fun to cover. Some really exciting gameplay, great community we've got here, very active chat. Yeah, you need a streamer again, boys and girls. You just give us a shout because that was just such a fun night.
Absolutely, we came into this not knowing what to expect. We've never cast these before. We've never commentated on them. And hands up, I've not watched them before, so I didn't know any of the teams. I didn't know what the standard was like. I didn't know the style of play because it differs from region to region. And you know what? We have had a fantastic couple of hours. And yeah, I'll do it again at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, well, I came home from work, needed to sort out a few bits and pieces, get some message from the Great Beard himself, and yeah, some fellas over in Nigeria for African Esports Championship, bringing Africa together with some esports. Fantastic sentiment, fantastic thing to do, actually. Yeah, just jump in, guys. They need a streamer. We jumped in. Really friendly people we've met so far. Really great gameplay, and yeah, just really enjoyed this. We're still waiting for the results, boys and girls. We will get them to you as soon as we have them. I do assure you of that. Just yeah, just what a fantastic evening.
It's been great. It really has. And also, as you know, I monitor the chat on YouTube as it comes in, and yeah, the chat's been great. There's no toxicity. There's no one's being salty. Some good banter between. I'm guessing some of them are players from the games themselves.
Oh, I imagine these guys know each other very well. Yeah,
but it's been great.
Yeah, it really has. For those of you not familiar with our stream, what we produce, we're obviously Vibes on 77 Gaming, Jammy Gaming. We're also supported by some fabulous people, Siren and Abs from the Streamers Collective. A great bunch of people who work together to effectively bring you guys great coverage, great scrims, and well, yeah, to produce good product and make new friends along the way. I mean, who doesn't love to do that?
Yeah, it's been great. It has been a really good introduction to these games and these players and the teams as well. And hopefully there'll be more to come. Bit of a nervous wait now.
Yeah.
I'd imagine they're checking it a couple of times because I think the scores will be very tight.
I think it will be tight, and I'm literally getting messages saying thank you for streaming. It's more than appreciated, cool. Mamba. Thank you for the invite. But send me the results screen, babe. That's what everybody wants to see. They've got to be doing a lot of work behind the scenes. These guys, they put on a fantastic event.
Yeah, and yeah, it's been a very well run event.
I really do need to learn during my stream to turn off the rest of Discord because I'm getting pinged from everywhere.
So yeah, that's one of the great things about being part of this collective. Hold on, I just need to refresh our YouTube screen at the moment because we're getting some notifications that Mr. Vimes 177 Gaming has got 301 subs.
Oh my word! So there are 300 other poor, desperate souls out there. Well, thank you very much indeed for the support, boys and girls. It's not just me. Obviously, there's a team of wonderful individuals behind it. I'm just a pretty face that's on the screen. Debate that one as much as you want. Best receding hairline in EU esports, I guarantee you. Also, with some of the coolest headphones. Yeah, we're still waiting for the final results here, guys. We will get them to you. We do promise that. We're not going to go off and we're not going to go off air until we get those results for you, so that you can all see who's qualified. It's been a fantastic night of esports. And it's a great community of people you have here, and we're very, very much looking forward to working with you guys again. It's been absolutely brilliant. I don't think I don't think I'm just speaking for myself, speaking for the whole team here at the Streamers Collective, and just a great bunch of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jammy's furiously clicking on his mouse in the background there, trying to get these results.
Sorry, we've got chats coming in everywhere. I've got Discord going crazy. So yeah, I'll just keep clicking on every message that I receive on Discord, and none of them are the results that we're waiting for.
No. Do you know what? Do you know why the pros have this easy, mate? Because they just put a commercial break on at this point.
You see, if there's anyone out there to sponsor us, your product could be sitting front and centre right now instead of us two wittering on trying to fill time.
Well, yeah. But
that is as shameless as it gets. Sponsor me.
That is literally this receding four-line forehead. I mean, put whatever logo you want on it. I'll wear it. It's fine. I'm really not going to do
on that forehead.
I'm really not going. Thank you for that. I'm really not going to do that, people. No.
Well, if he won't, I will.
Yeah, he will. He'll sell himself for anyone. Yeah, absolutely. So we're still waiting on the final results. Very much hoping we get them soon. Obviously, we have to make sure, and the guys, our sponsors for our host for this evening, they have to make sure it's absolutely right. Obviously, it's very important that it's right rather than fast. So this will be coming very, very shortly. I do assure you of that. And if not, I'm going to bite my iPad in half. So, yeah. And that will make good streaming content as well.
Not with those gammy old teeth.
Really? That was too much, mate. That was too much. Too much.
Sorry. I'm all hyped.
You're all excited.
I am. I'm going to have to go for a lay down and a glass of
I know. We need to get some rusks. We need to get some rusks in you and a glass of warm milk, mate. Have you been out all day? Are you tired?
Overtired. That's
overly tired. Yeah.
Doesn't help that I've got someone sending me messages, something to do with sausages.
No, you just can't stop that woman. Abs saying sausage summer.
There we go.
Also part of the team here at Streamers Collective Esports. And we hope to be covering more events in the future. We certainly shall do if we get gameplay as good as this. And okay. Jamie, you're going to have to fill in the gap because I've just received the results, and I'm just going to have to
Excellent.
do a few bits and pieces so I get them on the screen.
Wonderful. So this is exciting now. So I haven't seen the results yet. So Vimes is just sorting it out so we can put the results up on screen for you guys. Yeah, this is very exciting.
You need more excitement in your life, Jamie.
I told you, I've been watching people shoot each other for 2 hours.
Well, who doesn't love to do that, right?
So, yeah, I'm pumped.
Right, just sent you the screenshot. Give me a second whilst I email it so I can get it onto the screen. That'd be great.
Oh, that is close. I'm going to wait until you put it on screen so the boys and girls at home can see it. But
Please.
That is close.
That would be good, thank you.
A little bit of dead air. Apologies. We're
just, just getting this, just getting this done. I'm hoping I'll have a quick look at this. Okay, I think we're there.
Okay.
And there is the scores on the doors, boys and girls. So obviously, from what I understand, the top 8 teams qualify. In first place, obviously 4KT, Apex, Dragons, Shock, Outsiders Official, Fear, Not Gaming, and LXG Esports. Get in there with 100 points. 98 points for My Revenge. Very, very tough for those guys. Only 2 points between places 7 and 8. Jamie, that final game was just absolutely vital.
Well, we said it'd be important. We said that Not Gaming had to be aggressive. They had to go for kills. And we saw towards just before they died, they tried to rotate into zone in the vehicle. They were being aggressive. They were taking down anyone they could see. And what happened? They come in not just 8th, but they came in 7th. They raised 2 positions with that last game.
Yeah, fantastic.
Really good work.
Fantastic play from these guys. I mean, game number 4, absolute moving day for some of these teams. Obviously, the guys who were in the top 4 probably feeling pretty safe by this point, but that was a lot of interesting movement in the middle of the table. And congratulations to those who qualified. Commiserations, obviously, to those who didn't, especially coming so close. But great gameplay from all. It's been a really exciting night of scrims, Jamie.
It's been a brilliant night. Yeah, we've seen some really good play. As you know, I love to watch the rotations, the tactical side, see when people are scouting, when they're doing, some sort of split or whatever they're doing. I really like that. And we've seen some really good, strong rotations. We've seen a lot of teams getting towards centre zone or at least trying to occupy somewhere in the zone early. We've seen people hold off, gatekeep the edge of zone. We've seen some compound pushes. We've seen some really aggressive gameplay. I think it's been, a really good night.
Yeah. Well, we're going to leave you with that screenshot as we go, but we do have some thank yous to say along the way. I'd like to say thank you to our friends who have been hosting the event. New friends, obviously, very short notice, but do you know what? Great bunch of people, great bunch of players. We've really enjoyed covering this event for you, and we will do so again in the future. Just fantastic gameplay, really great, fantastic gameplay. I'd like to thank the support that we have here at the Streamers Collective. Myself, Jammy, obviously the people in the background. We have Siren and Ab Summer, just great individuals doing what they do. Thank you all so much for those who not only watch the stream but also contribute in the stream chat. It's always very much appreciated. It's very much why we do what we do. This is nothing we like doing better than watching you bunch of lunatics run around and kill each other. It's just huge amounts of fun. It just is.
It is, absolutely.
Our hosts for this evening have been spectacular. You, the players, have been spectacular. We're going to sign off before this turns into an Oscar speech. So, Jammy, the Jamster, Jamster's going to sign off. Jammy, say goodbye.
You nearly set me up to be able to say good night, Jammy.
Really
No, it's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you very much to everyone. And I would like to say a special thank you to the people in the chat. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a great night of scrims, guys. Thank you so much for allowing us to share your evening. We very much enjoyed it. We're going to go now, and we're the Streamers Collective. I'm Vimes177 Gaming, and as always, good hunting, and bye for now.